Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am RetroNate, and today we are tackling Zelda II, The Adventure of Link. I recently, just last week, posted the video of Legend of Zelda and made the claim that it is not the greatest of all time. I still stand by that. In fact, I think that this installment of The Legend of Zelda is even better than the original. I'll explain why as we get through the video. But this is one I'm very excited to tackle. It's a difficult Zelda game. Many people review it as way more difficult than the original, and we'll tackle the entire game today and show you how you can beat the game for yourself and explain some of the things that are in the game that might have been cryptic as we played through it as kids. As we get our lovely intro music, I'll just remind you guys that if you like this video or any of the other videos you've watched on the channel and haven't subscribed yet, please do. That's a huge help to us on the channel as we make these videos, and we'll push our content to you on YouTube so you can catch more. So you get a little intro story here letting you know that Zelda has a sleeping spell that's been cast upon her, and until we get the Triforce number 3, which was not present, I think, in the first game, I think I have that right, this will be, that's the way that we wake her up from her sleeping spell and finish the game. So that's what we're going to do today. I already have a save file ready for us, but you would register your name and all that good stuff, just like you would in the first one. And let's go ahead and get started. So the mechanics of Zelda 2 are quite a bit different than the first. So there's Zelda just chilling, having a very restful nap. I'm not sure why we want to deprive her of that, but leave it to us. So we exit the palace, and we're going to go to an overworld map. And when we step off the path, you are going to be dealing with some minions, some of Ganon's minions that fill up the map. And if you get hit by one of them, you'll get sucked into an encounter screen like you see here, and there will be enemies for you to clear. And every enemy that you clear potentially drops experience points. Those are those little points that float up after you finish an enemy. And on the right-hand side, if you see it says next 50, if I get to 50 experience points, I'm going to get a level up. Now that enemy happened to drop a bag of points for us, so we get to our level up screen, which was our 50-point mark. Now here's where it gets kind of unique in this game, and I really like the way that this system works. So you have 3 different attributes that you can level up throughout the course of the game: your life, your magic, and your attack. Your life meter will reduce the amount of damage that you take from different enemies as you go through the game, so improving your life meter makes you more damage resistant. Your magic meter will reduce the amount of magic it takes to cast spells that you learn throughout the course of the game. That's going to be a new feature that Link can use in this installment of Zelda, that he can cast different spells to help him along his journey. And then your attack is simply that. It's your attack power with the sword that you are equipped with throughout the course of the game. Many people who've played this game know that the attack power is the most important in the early game. So what we're going to do, rather than accepting the level up for our life, is we're going to cancel and we're going to bank those points for another level up on a different attribute. And conveniently enough, there is another bag of points left on the ground for us to collect. So now we have enough to either level up our magic, level up our life, or cancel again and wait until we get enough for attack. And that's what I'm going to do, is cancel. Really, my first goal when I'm leveling up here, and I'm not going to level grind per se, but as I collect points moving throughout the map, I am going to be focused on getting my attack level up to level 4 as fast as I can. And there are a couple of ways that we can do that. We're going to utilize the palaces to do that, and we're going to utilize some strategic point collecting to do that as well. All right, another aspect of this game that was not in the original Zelda are towns and villages for you to visit. So if I stop here at the signpost, this lets you know that we have just been welcomed to the town of Roru, and there are little characters moving throughout the town that you can talk to with the B button, and she's very kind, lets us know, hello, it's nice to see you. Many of those characters that don't have anything to say are kind of moving through the town, but these ones that are stationary or maybe look a little bit different, there are certain ones that have good messages for you to take in and learn about, the game and where to go next and stuff. So return the crystal to the palace in Parappa. So you start to learn about what is going on. Now, for the sake of time in this video, I'm going to skip the conversation that's present in these towns and just move to the key things that you have to do. So if you're not interested in talking to all these people and finding where these clues are, this is going to be the walkthrough for you. If you want to go back and talk to some of the villagers, I will let you know what they say. That woman, for example, lets you know that there is a wise old man in every town that you can learn from. And by that, they mean you can learn a spell from a wise man in every town. So this is where we're going to learn our first spell to cast. He gives you a quick description, and then you're going to see your status screen show up with a new spell in your bank. So we just learned the spell of Shield. And next to it, it says 32. That's how many magic units it takes to cast. Every magic bar you have is worth 16 units, so that would take 2 full magic bars to cast the spell of shield, and that is a spell that reduces damage that we take when we get hit. So that is the first one that we have been granted on our journey here. There are 8 spells to collect in all, and we just got our first one. And we can move through the town here. There is one more conversation in this town where a kid in one of the houses tells you to collect a candle in the palace in Parappa. And that's where we're going to head to next. This guy is annoying, and we're going to take his points by killing him. And then we're going to make our way through the cave. Now, in the cave, very dark. Can't really see anything. If you look along the ground in this cave, you'll see some feet skittering across. See those? And if you stab when it gets close, there is an enemy there that's waiting to do some damage to you. There's only one of them. It's pretty easy to find them. And if you just duck and slash in that second section, you'll get through them pretty easily. All right, we've made it through the cave. We have one more key item to collect before we go to the first palace, and that's going to be a heart container. So in addition to the other things that I've mentioned, there are 4 heart containers and 4 magic containers available that will extend your life and magic meter throughout the course of the journey. So we'll be on the lookout for those in this walkthrough as well. We're going to collect all of those. Oh boy. These bubbles can be absolutely treacherous. They can knock you back into pits and become very, very annoying to deal with. So do take your time on that section. If you enter this middle section of grass in that surrounded by woods there's a Goria defending a heart container. And now we have gathered it. It refills our life meter and extends our life meter by 1 unit now. So now we have an extra 16 health added to our life meter. Okay, gotta go back through the bubbly. For Link, I mean, this has got to be a tough one to explain to his friends. Like, oh man, I was done in. Ganon got me. What got you? Was it a Goryo? Was it one of his minions? Nah, it was a bubble. Got me. Knocked me right into a pool of water, and I don't know how to swim. That's basically what he has to do to explain himself. All right, we make our way north, and we are at the first palace of Parappa. So there are 6 palaces in all that you're going to have to clear in this game. They're kind of maze-like, just like the underground labyrinths were in Zelda 1, but they play as side-scrollers, obviously, so you're in this kind of battle sort of... battle encounter sort of screen the whole time you go through these palaces. And I love the battle system in this game. I think it added some depth, having like a platformer style battle here, and I really enjoy it. If you make your way left off of the elevator, you're going to go all the way to the left and get your first key. Now, one thing to note in this Zelda, there are not extra keys lying around, so you can't bank them for future palaces. You have got to make sure that you have all the keys needed in a given palace. And there's actually a townsperson that lets you know that that's how they're intended in this game. I think in the next town they let you know that's how it's done. So now we're going to make our way to the right, having collected the key, and you'll see why we needed to do that as well. You see here we have a locked door that we can now get rid of the fact that we have a key. So, all right, a little bubble there, which are annoying to deal with. They will take your magic meter along with your life in this game. So in Zelda 1, bubbles did not hurt you at all, did not lower your life, but in this one they do. And they also lower your magic meter as well. Move past this elevator the first time through, we got to go collect another key before we can do it. And now we have gathered enough XP to raise our attack level. So that's what we are going to do here. So very good, on a good path already on this run to get our magic meter raised. Now we could actually kill this bubble if we want to. I'm going to skip it for now. We're going to see how much XP we need after we get through the rest of the palace to maximize our attack level in this area. We're going to skip the life level again and the magic level should we encounter it. We want to try to raise our attack level again as our next upgrade. So for the first 2 levels that you get in this game, my strategy that I recommend is raising your attack level to 3 before you raise any other levels of any kind. And then we'll talk about what the best strategy is to max them out from there. Okay, a couple more easy enemies to clear here. And then we have kind of a little, I guess, mini boss at the end of this stretch. And this guy is going to have a little gap in the projectiles he's shooting. And then if you can just pin him up against the wall, you can kind of just keep him there. And he gives you 50 points for killing him. So that's another nice XP gather. We're going to cancel again. And now you see that since we've canceled life and magic, again, we can grab attack as the next thing that we will level up when we get to 500 experience points. So a key thing there to do, because now all of the experience that we earn is banked towards that attack level. Gotcha. Back down the elevator. Now we have to work back over to the left where we skipped by before, an elevator that would bring us down to a basement. And that's where we're going to head here in just a moment. Now, at this point, because he's sitting there and he's kind of bothering me, I might just take out, because I'm at attack level 2, I might take out this bubble. Now, I want you to just take note of how many sword stabs it takes at this level. It really is a commitment of time to do this. But they're also worth 50 points. So like early in the early going, banking these points, not the worst thing in the world, you know? It might be worth it to just grab them. Took a lot of sword stabs, but 50 points is 50 points. And at this stage of the game, not a bad idea to bank those if you can. Now, there are way more bubbles down here. I'm not going to kill these. However, if you're playing and you decide that that you need the experience points or that it might help you, not the worst thing to do. If you give them one stab, though, you can sometimes sneak by them without getting hurt. And that might be the strategy that I take here. So check this out. I'll just give them a quick how do you do and then get out of there. Oh, I think I escaped without getting damaged there. That was nice. These blue magic jars, I don't know if we've seen one yet. They will recover 1 unit of your magic meter. So that blue jar recovers 1 magic meter. And then there is a red jar that will fill your entire meter as well. If you're quick about it, you can grab a quick points bag from that vanishing bridge. And once you make it across, you are now in the special item room. So we have 2 key mini boss guys to deal with. The red one we've seen before. We're just going to wait till he moves forward and then give him a stab right at head level. And I think at level 2, it takes 6 shots to kill this one. There's one. Now, ooh, and a points bag from him is huge. Up to 413 now. Now, the next guy we face is going to be one of those armored knights that we saw in Zelda 1. They're a little bit different in this version. And what you want to do is just jump and then stab in his head right as you hit the ground. And he can never defend that. So that's going to be the way we go through those knights all throughout the entire game. And once you do and you have the key, you have now acquired the candle, which is the first key item we're going to need to work through our journey. All right, well on our way. Now it's time to go find the palace boss and finish this sucker. Know what I mean? Let's finish these 2 blue losers. Now, I don't need you to ask questions like, how is that bridge back? It vanished right before we came in here. Look, I'm not here to explain how the mechanics of the palace work. I'm just here to tell you how to beat it. And based on just getting hit there, I think we need to mind our manners and just get the heck out of this place. You know what I mean? Oh, boy. Yeah, just keep me alive. Keep me alive. Keep me alive. Keep me alive. Okay. Running very low on life. What are we going to do? I've got a plan. We got to just make it through this little section without dying, which we did. If you make your way all the way over to the right, there is a perfectly timed fairy that is here to give you a full life meter recharge if you are running low on health, which we were. So that was a perfect timing for that. Now we'll make our way down to the very bottom floor, and we are in the home stretch before getting to the palace boss. Remember, just jump and slash for this guy. They are annoying to deal with. But with the jump and slash, you're just fine. And now our attack is going to go up again. Now being at attack level 3, this is a key component, and I'll tell you why. Now that we are, well, I forgot to mention that Stelphos makes his return in this one. So because we are now, we're going to again cancel our life meter going up. Okay, what we want to do is be on the level of improving our attack again by the time we finish the boss. That is going to be key. So we're going to get through this mini-boss that we've now dealt with a few times, this red feller. And now that we're attack level 3, I think it's only 4 shots to kill him. Yeah, 4 shots to kill him. And we're going to cancel on our... Well, maybe we're not going to cancel on magic. I'm going to actually use the life meter. Here's how I'm going to manipulate it. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. So we got our 50 points. I'm going to get another 50 points here from this last knight. Okay? And he's only 4 shots. Shoot. I didn't. I'm going to need to go back and kill a ghost. He gave me a drop that wasn't any extra points. I got to go back and kill a ghost. Because what I'm going to need to do, the magic level that goes up is at 100. The next life level that goes up is at 150. So those are going to be the 2 stopping points I hit when I go and clear this boss. Okay? So taking the life level actually makes me go back a little bit. Just one screen. It's not too hard to do. I'm just going to go back to this ghost here and kill him. And then I'll be fine. But what we're doing that for is because when we finish a palace, what you're going to do is return the crystal to a statue where it belongs. Here, on the status screen, you see at the bottom we have 6 crystals. Those correspond to the 6 palaces that we have to clear and return the crystals for. Well, when we do that, the game, what it does is gives you a free level up on whatever level you're working on. So in order to, I'm going to cancel here. In order to get the most for clearing the palace, what I'm going to do is make sure that I'm working on my attack level by the time I return the crystal to its statue. And doing so then will give me like 1,000 XP for free. And that's why I'm doing that. So you'll see when we finish the boss, I'll get enough XP to finish my life level. I'll cancel it, and then I'm going to clear my attack level when I return the crystal. All right, now we're ready to take on the boss. Full life. We're going to cast shield in this room to make sure that we don't take a stupid death. And here we go. Boss number 1, just jump and slash. Hit him in his exposed horse head. That is the job. Move in and out. Whoops. Move in and out. Hitbox, you can actually stab above his head and it still works. But with attack level 3, you're actually going to put him away pretty easily. It's like 1 sword slash per HP, and he's done after about 7 or 8 hits. There's the XP I got for killing him. I'm going to cancel, take my key, and now you see that my next level is 1,000. So this is going to bring us to attack level 4 when we return the crystal to its rightful place. Some nice victory music. We've finished palace number 1. We get full life and magic meters, and now there goes the XP up, and we're going to take attack level 4 from that palace. All right, perfect. We've accomplished our goals in Parappa Palace. We have a good attack level to get this thing going. Let's return back through the cave where we came from, and now you see it's all lit up because we got our candle in the last palace. So now we can see right where that stupid enemy was, skittering back and forth between these earthen platforms, earthen plateaus. All right, I did tell you that what I'm going to do in this run is I'm not going to go to the towns and show you all the dialogue where they tell you some of the things you need to do. I just will let you know like where it occurs. So if you go to the next town of Ruto, they have a couple of characters that give you some key information. One of them is a woman who is distraught that the town's trophy has been stolen by a Goria, and he's hiding in a cave out to the east. There is another person, I think it's a kid, who lets you know that there is magic sitting in a cave south of the palace where you started. Well, here is that cave. Let's go collect that magic. What he's referring to is a new magic container, which you could get this before you have the candle. You don't have to wait until you have it. Some runs I do that. I actually prefer to do that. But in this one, I wanted to kind of do it in the order I think they intend. And there are the Octoroks, the famous enemy from Legend of Zelda that shoot stones at you. They are in this version as well. That is how they look. And I think they're a sufficiently annoying enemy to live on in their spirit from Legend of Zelda. So well done by the Zelda 2 makers on the Octorok. Now, the other cave that we have to go into is the one that she's hell-bent on getting her trophy back. So this is the cave where we need to do that. Now, for this one, you would need the candle, because killing that Keese and... we're going to take our magic level now. Killing that Keese and getting through these Octoroks and stuff, there are pits that you got to deal with. You don't want to not have a candle in here. That was a good sentence. Don't want to not? Yeah. Well, anyway, that's what's true. There is the Goria we got to deal with. It's a red one, so he takes a few more stabs. And there is the trophy that she was concerned about getting back. So that is going to help us get our next spell when we get to the town of Ruto. All right, out we go from the cave, and now we are ready to go to the next town, learn our next spell, and proceed through the next cave on our journey. Now, at this stage of the game... So we've finished one palace, we got a key item, we're going to learn our second spell in this next town. We have a lot of overworld stuff that we got to do. So we're going to do that after we get through this town. So real quick, the Lady in Red, there is one of these in every town. Lady in Red. She will restore your life. And the Lady in Orange, the old granny in Orange, will restore your magic. So all you do is talk to them and then follow them into their house, and they will grant you that if you need to refill your meters. Now, this Lady in Red was the one that was worried about the trophy. So we're going to show her that we have it, and then we're going to follow her into her house, and that is what is going to grant us access to learn the next spell, which we need in order to proceed. We cannot continue in the game without doing this. One of the things that was nice about this is that it kind of held you back from progressing if you didn't have all the prerequisites done. So learning this spell is what you need to get through to the next section, and you can't do so without getting that trophy. All right, we learned the spell of jump, which, as you saw from the old man's description, is going to let us jump really high. So that will last for one of these scenes, one of these encounter scenes that we're in, if we use it. In some of these other areas, there is another man named Error, whose big message is, I am Error. He gets mentioned a little bit later in the game for a particular reason, and I'll show you when we get to that point too. But really in the rest of Ruto, not too much that you need to know about at that point. All right, 3 caves. Now, this cave now is what we have to work through. Clear out these Octoroks. You can use your little sword extension. You get that when you are at full health. So just like in Legend of Zelda, if you have full health, you get that little, beam shooting off the end of your sword. It doesn't go the full length of the screen, but it is helpful for certain enemies just like that. If they're out of reach, you can fire away and take them out with the extension. Okay, all right, one more of these little, what are they, potato bugs? That's kind of what they look like. Another one here, another Goria to worry about. So they shoot boomerangs high and low. You just got to kind of duck and keep your shield at the same level to keep those boomerangs shielded. Oh, man. All right, let's get these keys out of here. All right, that was good. Probably should have used jump there. Okay, and now there is a red keys that actually turns into like a dragon if it lands on the ground. That's kind of wild. Real quick, I went through that quickly. So going to the status screen by hitting the start button will bring up your spell menu, and you can move up and down. See that jar indicates what spell you're going to cast. Hit start on the spell that you want to cast and then press select to cast it. It'll use up your magic meter, and now you see I can jump over that big ledge and proceed through the cave. Off in this section of forest, there is a ferry here for our use to refill our life. And you see there's a palace on the other side of the mountain range there. We need to find a path to get there. That is the second palace that we got to get through. But there are some things that we want to do first before we do that. So I'm going to work through the swamp here. Now, if I make my way down, what you can see at the very bottom, well, actually on the other side of this river, there is a town there. So if you were to go exploring around, you would see on the other side of the river there's a town. Now, again, I said I'm going to kind of skip ahead a little bit from some of the things that you learn from the townspeople. And the reason I'm going to do that is just it ends up taking a lot of time to go there, go back, and all that. So basically, when you're in that town, there is a character that tells you that his master lives north of the river. And if you, once you talk to him and you go exploring in these woods, you find Bagu. If you're a Seinfeld fan, where is Bagu? Show me Bagu. Well, you find Bagu, and what he gives you is a note to give to the riverman to build a bridge. To get to Bagu, all you have to do is go to this corner here, go 1 left, then you go up 3 and left 1, and that's where his hut is. And now we're ready to go back into that town now that we have Bagu's note, and we can proceed through the water town of Mido and go to Death Mountain. That is where we're headed next. All right. Before we do, let's stop off in this little forest square here and get some free XP. Just sitting there on the ground for us. Very nice. All right. Ooh, give me more points. Points for everyone, baby. We love P-bags. I said what I said. All right, the river town of Mido. So in this town, there are 2 key things to do. One of them we're going to do in just a moment. That lady that just came out of her house, we're going to come back and talk to her in a minute. If you talk to her right away, she tells you she lost her mirror. Well, walk into this little room right here, and you find the mirror under the table. So all we're going to do is return it to her, and by doing so, she is going to give us, invite us inside, and we'll learn another spell. Look, she's thrilled. Oh, you found my mirror. Follow me inside. That's a very low bar to invite a stranger into your house. Oh, you have a mirror? Come inside. I've never done that. Into the basement where they sequester all the old men who know magic, and he's going to teach us the spell of life. Very useful spell here. It's going to restore 3 blocks of life every time you cast it. As you see, it's very expensive. It takes 70 magic units at level 2. At magic level 2 to cast. So that's like over it's like 4.5 blocks of magic in order to cast it. So what we're going to need to do is level up our magic and our life a little bit so that we are not such a liability on that front. I'm trying to think if there's anything else you learn from this town. I don't think so. I'm going to refill my magic here. This is actually where you run into the character that tells you about the master. What you got to do, he's sleeping if you talk to him a few times, and then you bother him until he wakes up. And he says, "Let me be, master is in the woods north of the river." So that's referring to Bagu. So if you take that information and you go to the end of town, you'll see that there is a giant gap that you cannot get across. There's water that will kill you if you walk into it. But if you talk to the riverman, he will tell you that you need a note in order to pass. Well, we got the note from Bagu, so now he is going to let us cross. Very nice of him to build a bridge for us. And we are set. We are going to move through this area. Before we go to the next palace, we are going to go and find the hammer, which will allow us to clear roadblocks, which we're going to need for the next section. All right, so this is the Death Mountain Maze, okay? Real simply, just always go right. If you always go right, you'll find your way to the end of the maze. That is the general advice here, in case you ever forget. Just go right. Working through this first cave, not too difficult. These, especially if you have full life at this point, not too bad to work through there. And some of these areas don't have any other option of where you can go, so it makes it easier on the maze front there. All right, these Octoroks have it coming. There we go. We got a Goria down here. I like to just close the space with the Goria, just spam away at that point. Leaving him the ability to throw boomerangs just makes life very tough to keep matching with your shield. It's not the easiest thing to do. Okay, next section here. We're going to level up pretty soon, I think, actually. Yeah, and I think I want my magic to go up. I want to try to bring down the cost of that life spell. That's what I'm thinking about right now. All right, let's get some of these bats out of here. These keys. Ooh, that was kind of slick, wasn't it? Didn't need the magic jar. Now, from here, do not go up the elevator. Just continue proceeding right. Now, this axe murderer, do not hesitate. Just keep moving forward, duck and slash repeatedly. And every time you duck and slash, move forward and duck and slash when you're close enough again. That's the way to get through those orange guys. The red ones are a little different. We'll tackle those when we get there. Now we're going across the bridge of flying skulls. Not too bad getting through that one. Now we're going to come across the red axe murderer, and he is just, he's not your garden variety axe murderer. He's got a little bit of a different way that he attacks. So what he's going to do is shoot multiple axes at you, and you have to jump over them and slash him when you land. Okay? Now I'm going to cast jump here so I can go up and get that magic container, and now I'm going to get ready to cast life. This is a key thing in Zelda 2. I don't have enough magic to cast life. I'm trying to press it right now. I don't have enough because I only have 48 magic, and it costs 60 to use. What I'm going to do is slash the red jar of magic, and then I'm going to keep spamming the life spell so it casts it immediately. Doing that will allow the red jar to fill my entire magic meter up, minus just the amount that I used when it was filling. Watch what I mean. All right, I just cast it. Now it's going to keep filling all the way to the end, except for just that little bit I needed to cast the life spell. So the mechanic is this. The red magic jar fills up either your entire magic meter if it's empty, or just enough to get it to full. So if I had one just now, if I got a red magic meter or red magic jar, it would only fill like, you know, that little bit, that little section at the end. But if I cast spells first, it will fill all the way, all 5 blocks. So the key is to use the spell as it's filling so that you kind of trick the mechanic into fully filling your meter. Play that back in reverse or something. Maybe there's some wisdom in there on how this game is played, but I swear what I'm saying actually works. Okay. Killed a Goria, moving on. Now we got another axe murderer to worry about. Again, do not hesitate. He swings, just go in, duck, and slash. Oh, I didn't quite get close enough on that one. All right. A couple of bats to get rid of. Ooh, give me some more points. We're almost full on life anyway. So when you level up one of your life or magic attributes as well, you get a full refill. So right now I'm eyeballing that 400 point mark as a way of filling my life meter. Ooh, axe murderer. That's fun. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Point bag. Life meter refilled. Beautiful. Now we're in really great shape. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. He can't even get close to us. That point bag was clutch. Ooh, let's grab a little magic jar too. Full magic, full life. Keep rolling through Death Mountain. One more to go. We're going to descend now, going to the left. More axe murderers to worry about. Oh, didn't quite get close enough. Now, at the end of this cave, there is a red magic jar, so I know that I can, use that as I need to. Ooh, was that the slickest or what? That was nasty business. All right, let's use my life spell so I'm full, and then cast the magic jar and refill everything. We're there, top of Death Mountain. We'll enter the last cave, and this is where we're going to get the hammer. It is pretty tough, but no enemies that we haven't seen to date. The red guy, you're going to jump his axe and then slash on the way down. Wait for him to shoot. Oh, I hate when he double axes, though. That's the worst. There we go. And then we get rid of him. Got a couple of these red keys to worry about. Wait until they come down. Now, I don't want to cast life yet. Oop. What were you doing? Trying to catch me off guard there? I don't love it. Moving through now. A couple little hoppy enemies here. I like to hit them right as they hit the ground. Boom. And then they hop right up into your sword. Axe Murderer. Duck and slash. We'll get right through him. And from here... Okay. From here, depending on where you're at, there is a red magic jar to the left, but there's also a red Axe Murderer. So we have to kind of see... you have to decide what you can handle based on how much life and magic you have at this point. Oh, he double axed me. I freaking hate that. Oh, but point jar. Ah, perfect. Okay. Because I was getting to the next magic level, I wanted to cast my life spell first, because finishing my magic level will raise all of my magic again, and now my life is filling again. You got to manipulate those meters as best you can when you're playing this game so that you can maximize the value of your life and magic meter. Now, this guy can't be killed with your regular sword. We're going to need a new stabbing technique to get him. We're going to get that in the next town when we finish this area. But proceed over the pits, and we're in the final room that contains the hammer. So one ducking axe murderer, just keep going forward and ducking and slashing, and then we have a red one, and we should be to the end here. 1, 2, 3, come on, baby. Boom, gotcha. And there is the hammer. A very tough item to acquire. Now, the beauty part of this game, the beautiful part, I got called out by someone for saying the beauty part, and that is a known saying. I'm sorry. So the beauty part of this game, come at me, bro, is that if you collect an item, it will stay with you whether you have to continue or not. I don't have to go back and recollect it if I were to die here. What you would do if you have to continue and lose all your lives is you start back at the palace where we started. But you would have the roadblock at that, or the hammer at that point to clear roadblocks, and it's actually much easier to get out of this area now that you have it. Now I'm going to work back to the left to show you where that red jar is, just because actually I could also kind of use it as well. So let's clear out that red guy. I also don't mind the 100 points that we just got for free. Hop over those little spiny fellas, and we'll block the Octorok's stones here. And now we can cast life and collect all our magic again. Perfect. Full meters, lots of XP, and now we are at... I also want to call attention. We're now at level 4, 4, and 4 for life, magic, and attack. That is the next benchmark. So I said in the first palace, we want to get to attack level 4. As we're going through the Death Mountain sequence here, you want to get all of your other levels up to 4. And now we're going to focus on attack again, getting that up to level 5. So that it is in place for when we finish the second palace. We'll use that, putting the crystal in place to raise our attack level to level 6. We made it, guys, out of Death Mountain. Now we have the hammer, which when you're on the overworld map, all you have to do is press the A button and it will clear a roadblock for you. So walk into where the roadblock is cleared, you fall down a pit, and right onto another magic jar. Beautiful. We've extended our magic capacity by one more block. Now, you might think, oh gosh, I don't want to have to go back down and do all that again. You don't have to. There's actually an easy way to get out of Death Mountain, and I'll show you in just a minute. I do want to call attention to something kind of cool at this part, though, and I'm not sure if everyone knows about it, but I'll at least mention it. So I'm going to pause it right here. Look at this bottom section. There's nothing here to collect, but we have a graveyard to the left. We have a mountain range up north to the left. We have a Lost Woods area down to the left. We have 2 lakes and a waterfall over to the right. And we have another lake and forest area over to the right. It's a mini map of Zelda 1. I think that's a cool little tribute they threw into this game. Not for nothing, just wanted to call attention to that. All right, couple of Octoroks to clear and some big pits to go through. I hate this part with a passion because these Octoroks can knock you into those pits pretty easily. So I like draw them out, let them fire their stones. Oh yeah, give me the pea bags, baby. Let them fire their stones and then work your way through. And then you can climb down Death Mountain right over here to the right-hand side. This whole path area is clear for you. Okay. It exits you right across from a bridge. We are going to take this. There are 2 bridge scenes that we got to clear here. First is pretty simple. Just a couple of basic enemies to get through. Whoops. And we will sneak by those. I think there's one more of these little potato bug guys. Oh, maybe not. The second one kind of stinks. We got those treacherous bubbles again, in addition to a very angry red axe murderer, which I don't love. Oh boy. Oh darn. There we go. 4 of them, and he out, and now we can move our way through. Now, if you were to have taken a death at any point prior to this section, if you go straight down at that part of the map, you come across your first doll. This is what you get for an extra life. So that is a hidden area, or a hidden square on the overworld map that gives you a free extra life. If you make your way north of the cemetery, we're not quite ready to go there yet. And we're going to make our way back to the left. Now that we have the hammer, we can do a bunch more stuff in the overworld that we need to do to progress. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to head into a swamp cave that we couldn't enter earlier that's blocked by a roadblock, but we're also going to grab another extra life on our way. If you go one unit over to the left of where that roadblock is and go north, there's another hidden extra life there for your use. Then you can hammer the roadblock and enter the cave. So what we're doing in this cave, when we exited the cemetery, there was another town that we could have entered and started to learn some things basically in that town. What we're going to do now is actually skip ahead. What you learn in that town is that there is a woman whose daughter is sick and needs medicine. We are in the cave now that is going to allow us to acquire that medicine. I am going to cast life here. I want to make sure I don't do something stupid and take a death. There we go. We're going to kill this red guy, and then we got one more red guy over here. There we go. 200 points, and there is the Water of Life. Does that look familiar, by the way? Looks very much like what the old woman in the original Legend of Zelda sold you after you gave her the letter. So they got a lot of little tribute items that they put in this game that I think I didn't notice certainly the first time I played it. Now, admittedly, I'll give you this. If I am biased about this game, I will try to be as honest and forthright about it as I can. I grew up on this game, and I didn't play the original Legend of Zelda until later in life. So there might be admittedly some nostalgia to this. But I never made the connections between the items that are offered in this game and the original until finally going through the original pretty recently. You guys might have seen the video that I posted last week about that, or about the original, and that was where it came from. I didn't realize the connection until now. If you haven't noticed already, if you run into Ganon's minions on the path, there is no encounter. You just get to exit for free. So always good to head back to the path if you're going to get hit by a minion. All right, enter Life Lady's house. I'm trying to think if there were any key things to learn in this segment. Oh, yes. So I mentioned it earlier, but there is a townsperson in this town that lets you know that you should go and talk to Error, who is in the town of Ruto. Okay? When you do that, he lets you know how to get to the third palace, which is south in the graveyard, which I will talk about when we get to that point. Now, as you go through, you see a church with an open door on top. What you do is cast jump, and then you can enter the door, and you're going to learn your first battle technique from this knight here. He is going to teach you how to do the downward stab. So if I jump and press down now, I can land with my sword on top of enemies and stab them that way. This is a super useful technique in battle that we're going to make use of a lot through the rest of the game. All right, getting very close to the end now. We're going to talk to Magic Lady, who conveniently appears for us here. And next, we are going to make our way to the final section of town, and this is the woman who had the daughter who was ailing and needed medicine. Well, thankfully, we have the Water of Life, so we get invited in. No daughter here. That seemed to be just a giant ploy, but she does have an old man sequestered in a basement. I suppose we'll learn from him. This magic word will give you power. It's pretty on the nose of what it does. The spell is called Fairy, and when you cast it, you turn into a fairy. You can fly about the scene that you're in and not be subject to gravity, which is kind of cool. Very useful and needed for a couple of spots coming up soon. Excuse me. So that is it for the town of, I believe this is Mido. Am I in Mido? Mido, yes. Oh, the water town before was Saria. I called it Mido. It was Saria. All right, we have finished that town now. We're going to clear the roadblock, make our way up the path so that we don't encounter any minions. There are 2 more caves we can enter before we go into the palace. So the first is this one, guarded by a roadblock. And now that we have the downward stab, haha, so long, punk. But we want to enter this one because it has a very key item for us that we want to acquire. And you will see it in just a moment. Did I just lose some life? No big deal. Because we have another heart container. Our second that we have acquired, and very important one to get before entering the second palace. Back out from where we came. Now there's one more cave for us to enter, which it's not required for you to... I mean, we're getting some really nice luck with these points bags falling. I am not upset about it. Make our way left. We could have entered this earlier, but better to just do when we're here, after acquiring everything we need, I guess. Or at least that's how I feel. All right, let's get these guys out of here. There we go. Stab him through. We're going to cancel that. Remember, we're trying to raise our attack level next. That is key. Whoop. Look at how slick I am. Gotcha, punk. Oh my gosh. The amount of points we're getting. I'm liking this run big time. Speaking of points, a free 2 hundo just sitting right there on the ground. So that's why we come into this cave, to snag our free points that are there for the taking. And I can't stress enough, as you go through this game, leveling up efficiently is key, especially if you want to play the game quickly. If you enter the right side of this path section here, there is a red magic jar, should you need it. But we are going to make our way east through this little passage here and try to get to the path before the minion hits us, so we get a free escape. Getting hit in the swamp is not the end of the world, but it is a little inconvenient because you got to deal with this stuff. But now that we have that downward stab, we can take care of those things nice and easy. All right, back onto the path. Hit me. Hit me, loser. Thank you. Now we can make it to the palace. All right, into palace number 2. Right away, stab at that knight statue and you can get yourself a free magic jar. Typically, it's a magic jar. There are times that it turns into one of those red knights, but you can just kill that and get a free set of points if you need. We're taking the elevator all the way down in this one first. We have to take it all the way to the basement and work our way right to acquire a key. And we're going to actually get through this palace by going in reverse order. We're going to start at the very bottom and work our way up to start. So working through to the right, and this is going to be the room where the key exists. First, we got to get through one of these stinky little mini boss guys, but we're at the point they only take 3 shots with the sword, so pretty convenient now. Now I'm going to hop up over him so I can enter from this side. It's a little bit easier. There's 3, and out we go. All right, cool. 1,600 points. We're only 400 away from leveling up our attack again, which will be very helpful in this castle, or palace, excuse me. And now we can make our way out. Gotcha. That downward stab is so satisfying on these guys. Look at me. Oh, yeah. You don't know. You don't know until you do it. You have to try the downward stab cheese techniques here to just enjoy. I mean, just bouncing on top of these guys like it's nothing. So enjoyable. Got him. 20 points for each of those. Love that. And then we get one of these. Now we're at attack level 4. This guy should not nearly take as long, but let's use that downward stab. Here, we can just bounce on top. Just hold down. Beautiful. 50 points like it's nothing. All right, we got to work our way through here. And there are some points and another key that we have to acquire in this section. A couple of upgraded Stalfos here. These ones can also do a downward stab, so do be careful. But you can walk under them when they do that. We got ourselves another P bag. Guys, we are loading with points. Fantastic. Okay. Must be because I'm recording this on Christmas. Maybe that's why. It's as good a reason as any. I'm going to bounce here and get my attack level up. Just hold the down arrow with your downward stab and just bounce on top of the bubble. And he'll go away pretty quick at attack level 4, even faster at 5 when we get there. Let's go. Attack level 5. So now the key, as we did in the first palace, we want to make sure that we work through our life and magic level before we get to the end of the palace so that we can level that up by returning the crystal. Because remember, we get a full level up when we do that. So we want to make sure that we get to, I think it's 1,200 points before we get to the end of the palace. There we go. 20 points for that guy. Come on, dude. I'm stabbing him through the ground there. That was pretty sweet. I'm doing it again. All right, this is just being annoying now. There we go. 20 more points. And the key that we needed, that's one of the keys that we acquired, but we got 2, so we are still armed with 1 to proceed through here. Let these guys jump into the lava or just move down to this platform before you progress. Grab your key off of that platform and either let him disappear completely. I hate these guys. They're very unpredictable. They can jump back at you like that one just did, like on a moment's notice. It's so annoying. So keep your distance from those, especially around pits. Okay, a couple of these jump and slash knights. Come on, attack level 5. These things are toast. Whoops. There we go. And now we got a super fast ghost, but I'm not particularly incentivized to kill him. I want to let him jump around. Okay. Jump and slash that head there, and you'll get a free magic jar. So I'm going to replenish my life and then my magic as well. We got a bubble here. We can just take an easy 50 points if we just time it when he bounces off the ground. These guys really don't take very long now at attack level 5. And it's free points that we need, so I ain't too proud. There we go. If you do get stuck where you're not actually bouncing on an enemy, if you just keep tapping the down arrow, it will continue to stab that way and do damage. All right. Now we are going to take our first exit off here to the left. Let's kill that one. Oops, Stalfos has me there. Right behind, I think we got one more of these. No, clear here. We have to move through on the left to get our special item. So the special item in this palace is the handy glove. Oh, this stinks. Get through. That's all right. We'll get that block on the way back. The handy glove is an item that powers up your sword that you can stab through those blocks that were just dropping on our head, which we're going to need in order to get through. All right, check this out, dude. We're going to cast life and shield, because why not? Because we're going to recharge our life here. Let's go. Get him out of the way, and there's the handy glove. Our second key item that we've acquired, and now we can stab through those blocks that were just falling on us a screen ago. So we're going to swing back this way. We'll grab that bag of points that we left, but now we don't have to worry about racing through this. We can take our time and stab through this if we want. Look at this. We're shielded. No problem. Easy peasy, right? It's nice. It's nice having that. Okay, back through this scene now, and we are going down in the elevator. We've gotten our special item, and now we can proceed. And you would see if you did go down by accident, oh, not by accident, but down, to examine where to go first, you would find that you hit a dead end pretty quickly going through here. Okay, the eyeball that drops fire. These things are going to be present throughout the rest of the game. Just be conscious they crap fireballs at you. I think they had some Mighty Taco recently. That's a Buffalo thing for those of you that might not know. Okay, Taco Bell for those of you that are not in the greater Buffalo, Niagara area. One more of these. You can actually use your little downward stab to kind of help shield you there. All right, free points. Can't argue with that. Take my free points anytime I can get them. I ain't proud. I mean, you can tell I'm not proud. I'm wearing a shirt that says, "Here come the meat sweats." Of course I'm not proud. Let's cancel. And we've got to get 400 more points from these ghosts and bubbles and things before we leave. But I think we're going to be in great shape to do that. This is a nice area to farm for points if you don't have them, because the bubbles regenerate and they're 50 each. So worth it to you if you need them. But we're going to progress through where that down elevator was, because we have to get one more thing over here, another key for our acquiring here. Wait until there's a little gap in his attack. Oh my gosh, more points. Nothing in that statue, but worth it to check. We're going to be in great shape for getting through this with the right amount of points. Not going to need to worry at all, because of all these bags that we have picked up. So it just saves us some time having to kill these ghosts and everything like that, the bubbles. All right, on we go, all the way to the bottom, and this is where we're entering the last set of scenes before the boss. So gonna start here. We got another one of these stupid little red guys that causes us a lot of grief. And then if you work your way down here, there is a red jar if you need it. So if you happen to need some light, not that I need it, but I might as well get it. And you can kind of step your way up here. If you jump and slash like real fast, you can sometimes hit the block above you and then climb your way out. All right, take this all the way to the right, then all the way to the left. Use the downward stab to grab the bag of points, and then off the vanishing bridge to the right. We got two of these little wolf guys, and then one more of our jump and slash knights. And there is our level. So we're on the 3,000 point next attack level. We're in great shape. We got this timed out perfectly. So we are going to make our way through this scene. Make sure we get all of our points from these knights here. Just jump and slash through these guys. All right, we're here. We're at the boss. Let's cast shield to make sure we don't take stupid damage. We've got a life spell in the bank. This guy's pretty simple. All you're going to do is jump and slash at his helmet. Two versions of the helmet fall off. And then once they do, just draw him in by like turning your back to him. Get over here and just use your downward stab. And you can rip through him so quickly. You get like 200 points for killing him. Grab your key, and we are ready to exit Palace number 2. Beautiful. Sip my coffee here out of my very handy RetroNate mug. For those of you that don't know, we do have a store where you can get the same mug. I might even tag it in this video. You can click right on it and get yourself a mug if you want to join Mug Club. First rule of Mug Club is we don't talk about Mug Club. Attack level goes up 3,000 points, and we are cooking. Life magic at 4, attack at 6. This is perfect and on schedule for us on this run. You gonna hit me? About time. Now we have to make our way to the next palace, which, as I make my way there, I'll kind of tell you the story of how you're supposed to discover it. So, in the town of Mido, the one where we learned the downward stab from that knight that was in the church, there is a character who tells you to go back to Ruto and talk to Error in Ruto. Error is the name of the guy that you're supposed to talk to. So if you do, what he tells you is that south of King's Tomb is a tunnel to the palace. That's what they tell you. So naturally, we're going to have to find King's Tomb and then go south. So rather than backtracking to Ruto, though, I'll just tell you how that unfolds, and then we'll just skip ahead and go to the palace itself. All right, clear our way back onto the path, down here, and then back towards the graveyard that we passed through. Come on, fairy, let's go. Now down to the graveyard, and if you go straight south to this set apart... Ah, crap. I got hit before I entered it. I hate the graveyards. These things suck. These eyeballs are the worst. See what I mean? They're like unpredictable. They take your XP when they hit you. They're the worst. Go to this central cross here, this tomb here, and she lets you know this is King's Tomb. So Error tells you directly south of King's Tomb is a tunnel. And if you get to this one, suddenly you enter the tunnel and land on a potato bug. Now, it was important for us to grab that fairy magic. Why? Because that's what we need to get up here. Cast it with select, and then you can fly up that little area and get out of the scene on the right to take the tunnel. Oops, missed. Downward stab to get him out of there. Downward stab again. It's the best technique in the game. It's not even close. Get rid of that. Oh, come on. Give me 200. Oh, baby. We are rocking. Get through that scene, and now we are at the Island Palace down on the south part of Mido. Get our points and into the palace. Beautiful. Another palace and another... Can we stab this? Ah, we can. Beautiful. Let's see if we can do that trick where we cast life right as we're filling, and we'll get ourselves some extra magic. Perfect. We're in great shape here. 446 and pretty much full meters of everything. Let's move through palace number 3. These blue guys suck. You want to just bounce on top of them with the downward stab if you can. And these other blue guys also suck. They operate like those Stalfos, but they do that downward stab themselves. And but you can walk right under them when they do. Just be aware of that. All right, into Palace 3 now. A couple of these running wolf characters, I guess. That was not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. Not at all. I don't even care about you guys. I just want to move. Get me out of here. Another eyeball dropping flames. No choices to make yet as far as where to go. So we will just keep progressing. I think you can walk right ahead of the flames of this thing if you just keep moving. Now we're into the second area like this, and this we're going to need to get a key right down here. So use that downward stab, and you can collect that. And then we've got another one of these stupid blue guys. I hate these guys. Shoot. We got to use life. We're dying. And then let's get that magic jar and help ourselves. Okay. We were feeling good a couple of minutes ago. Now we are running a little low on life and magic. So let's see if we can't recover some of it here. First of all, I want to leave that guy back there until this dude comes out. Come on. Don't do that. All right. No problem. Now I'm going to get this. Let's kill this guy. There we go. Now you can jump up to that block if you jump at the right timing. There we go. I want to kill another one. See if I can get something good. All right. Do I want life to go up? It's a good question. I need to make sure that I'm on the attack level. I don't have to make a choice yet. I need to make sure I'm on the attack level at the time that I need to level up. So I'm going to wait, but if I get to 1200 and need a different level up, I will. All right. Oh, I didn't make it down there, or didn't make it up that cliff, so I'm going to just do a double jump quick and hop up. We need to go to the right here, outside of the palace, and collect a key. Only 2 shots. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful red magic jar there. Spam life, and there we go. Wonderful. All right. Pretty good now. Full life and 4 out of 6 magic. We're going to move our way right here. These stupid wolf heads are going to come into this part. Do not stay still. Continue walking forward, and they will not overwhelm you. If you stay still, they can. So keep moving in that section so that you don't get overwhelmed. Oops. I didn't love that I took a shot there. That was life I did not need to give away. All right. Let the blue guys yeet themselves off the cliff, and off we go. Shade under an hour, and we're going to get our raft here. So this section, now we encounter a blue one of these knights. Now, these guys you can't just spam. What they're going to do, their swords actually shoot off the end of their swords like Link's beam when you're at full health. So you need to block those with your shield and then time your attacks appropriately. Okay? So I got 2 shots there, but now he's going to hit me with a barrage. Now, when he hits me up top, I have enough time to get 2 shots before he starts his barrage. So that's what I do. I just do 2 shots at that point. Man, I really feel like I'm going to get enough points by the time I need to, but I don't want to be light. I don't want to be greedy. I need to make sure my attack level is up to 7 by the time I finish this palace. So we're going to just be content with that. I'm going to skip my life upgrade. We're going to make sure that we upgrade our attack from here. Look, if I get a ton of points, maybe I do it on my own. That would be nice. But we want to make sure that we're attack level 7 leaving the 3rd palace. Okay, let that blue guy go. One more to off the cliff. It's unfortunate you were born without legs. Maybe you could have made the leap. C'est la vie. Oh, hate those guys. Hate those guys. Very useful magic jar there. I needed that. Okay. The wolf heads are starting, and they will never leave you alone, just so you know. They will always spawn in rhythm at the height that you are on the screen. So just keep walking forward. When you get to them, duck and slash, and it'll take care of them. One more of these knights to take care of. We got the key that we needed. Now we need to proceed left here. Take care of these two guys. And him. All right, my least favorite room in this palace. It's awful. Keep moving left the same way we've dealt with these wolf heads each time, okay? What we're going to do to get out of here is stab left and just keep blocking. Whoops. Oh. You can see how awful this is. Focusing, sorry. All right, did we make it? Yes, we did. Okay, got out of there, barely. They just keep spawning. It never ends. And then once you're on top, you can kind of exit the same rhythm that we were getting out of the room before. Oh, hate that part. Exiting to the left is the easiest way that I know of to get through there. I'm going to cast life here. It's not gonna do a bad thing to have a little bit more in the bank. Okay, we got the key that we needed to progress through. Let's see if we can maybe get a nice drop from somebody here. A couple of little knights to get through. I think we got one of those blue guys. Yep. Get out of here. Sweet. Got out of the way. All right. We just need to keep progressing. Get out of the way of this blue knight here so he doesn't shoot at you. Move over to the right-hand side of this and then only go to the right so you only have to deal with the red knight here. Oh, beautiful. A beautiful red jar. I don't need to cast life, but I do have full magic now as needed for this boss. So we're going to cast shield here, be ready to cast life if we need it. This is another one of those blue knights, but he's riding a horse this time. So what you have to do is use your downward stab to knock him off his horse, and then you're going to attack him just like we did to get the raft, just by blocking his sword attacks, jumping and slashing to finish him. All right? Boss of Palace 3 is in our sights right now. Let's go. Love this boss music. Come on, one more. Then he's going to hop off and start shooting sword beams at you. You got to be ready. All right? Oh, crap. Couldn't see it. Jump over the low ones. If you can jump in between the high ones, you can get a bunch of quick shots on them. And there we go. Grab our key. We're going to improve our attack level. And we're going to be rolling here, baby. Return the crystal. 3 palaces down. 3 to go. Beautiful. Let's wait until that fills and grab our next level of attack. 7 out of 8. So all of these max out at a level 8. So getting your attack level up to 7 at this point means that we're going to be able to probably get our attack level up to level 8 by the end of Palace 4 and have that in position for the remainder of the game, which is super helpful. As you see now, those Goria only take 1 sword slash to finish. The blue ones even, which are the strongest type. So pretty helpful to have that in place. Fall down the cliff that we floated up to get to that palace, and we're going to exit using the tunnel that we came in on. Head our way very straight north to King's Tomb. Gives us a break so we don't have to encounter any minions while we're on the path here. Now we acquired a raft, so off we go, sailing east. A brand new land now to encounter. And when you hit a minion, you'll find that you can't really damage these guys without something added onto your sword. We need something to help us, basically. Now, if I were to go to the very first town, there was a townsperson that tells you that when all else fails, use fire. Well, as it happens, we're going to find a way to do just that in this town. I always thought this was such a funny way to earn a spell. Take a look. This lady. Okay. There's a fountain literally right here. if you hit B next to it, you get some water. Bring it back to her. And that's it. You get your spell. All right. Hey, I'm going to pause right here for a minute. I got to take care of my family for a sec, but you're not going to notice any difference. I'm going to fade out and come right back, and we're going to grab our next spell and tackle the next palace. All right, see you in a sec. All right, we are back. I had to just take care of my son real quick. Let me grab my controls. So we left off, and we are going to pick up the next spell that we're going to need for this area. Again, poor lonely old man just put in a basement. They seem to be the most powerful in the game, yet they don't want to let them out into the towns. This sword will make your this magic will make your sword shoot fire. So this spell now is going to be very helpful to us. This is going to allow us to shoot fire off the end of our sword, which is needed to kill those enemies that we just encountered in the meadow out here. Now, before we leave, I don't know if there are any other key things to note here. I'm trying to think if there was any important information to cover, but I don't think so. Oh, there was one bit of information that was important to cover here, and I think it's in this room here. If you jump up and bother this guy like we did the sleeping enemy in the last town, he tells you you're persistent, and you can find a heart over the ocean. No, this is not a reference to the future Celine Dion song. What it is there's another man in town who lets you know that boots allow you to walk on water. So a key item of boots is going to give us the ability to walk out onto the ocean, and then if we're out onto the ocean, we can use we can go out onto the ocean and look for a heart container that sits out there, and I will show you where that is when we get to that point. All right, now that we can shoot fire off of our sword, we can take down these enemies here. And if you progress through this cave over to the right, just downward stab past this scorpion here. He's like way too annoying to kill, but there is a points bag worth 500 there on the right-hand side of the room. I'll just jump over those. And that's a freebie of $500 to bank into your points bank. Okay, so that quick to grab 500 points. And actually, we're going to grab another 500 by going to another area down here to the southeast as we make our way to the right. So past this roadblock here, and we're going to just progress through this little desert area. There we go. Getting our points on the way. You see a cave there through the mountain range. We'll get there eventually. A couple more of these encounters, but I just want to get out of here and keep moving. And right here, if you just push right to the end, you'll cast jump at this cliff, and then we got another bag of 500 points sitting there for you. All right. Good question. I actually think I want to get my magic up first, so I'm going to hit no until I get magic improved, and then I will improve it there. Now, you see a palace out in the middle of the ocean, and no way for us to access it. Ooh, there's my magic. Beautiful. Little refill. So we're going to need the boots in order to do that. But just wanted to grab those 1,000 points there, nice and easy, and kill that Octorok, and we're going to make our way back to the town, and then we're going to head north through a cave to get to the next section of what we got to do. Past the minions. It's always nice when you can avoid those things when they're in your rear view. It's very nice. Okay, up along the path and into the cave is our next venture here. Watch out for these dorks. Not overly worried about killing all of them, just if they fall into my path. I mean, talk to me. I'm just going to skip by that guy. You need to use fire to kill him as well. Just not worth it to me at this point. Now, if you go left first, you would come across a town, but we're going to go right to gather some of the items we need to finish up that town. But before we go there, head south when you get to the desert area to that little one-piece stretch, and you'll grab an extra life for your trouble. Now, once you cross the bridge into this maze, you're going to go to the bottom and all the way to the right and take this to the very end. This is one of 2 spots that we need to go through to get everything out of this area. So there is a new enemy we haven't seen yet that I'm going to make quick work of since I'm attack level 7. And if you go all the way to the right, you find a baby. Very good. We found a baby. Well, in the town that we didn't go to yet, there's a woman who says that she lost her child in a cave, and you need to get her back. This is a way that we're going to get ourselves another spell that we need to finish the 4th palace. Before we leave, though, we want to grab one other key item, and you're going to follow my path here, weaving through this maze. Take the down exit here and go to the left, and if you climb up this straight here, you're going to fall right onto a magic container. So we have gotten 3 of the 4 hidden magic containers. We still only have 2 of the 4 life containers, but we are well on our way to maxing those 2 things out. All right, now we are good to progress back to the town that we opted not to go to first, which is on the left when we exited that cave just a moment ago. So let's go back over the bridge, and we have to go all the way back to the west, through the woods, over the river, to grandmother's house we go. Up to you guys if you'd feel like killing these guys. Most of the time I just let them pass. I don't want to spend the magic killing them. 50 points is fine, but we're not in any trouble of leveling right now with how well the good luck we've had with different bags of points. Okay, a couple predetermined encounters along this path, including this one with Octoroks. There is this one with Octoroks, and then there is another one that has bubbles at the same time. Oh my gosh, I mean, we cannot stop getting points. And there's one with bubbles that you can deal with as well. However, if you want to skip by, it's the next tile north. Just wait till a minion comes close and run into him on that tile, and you actually don't have to go through that whole scene. You can kind of skip by it. It's a nice little hack there. Anyway, you can do that at any point when there are predetermined encounters. If you hit a minion at that point, the minion battle goes first. Things you need to know in this town. There are a couple of things we need to do. I'm not sure if you get... I think you get a piece of advice in this town that says the palace has a false wall, and that you need to jump into a hole in the palace as well. This is the guy that says it is a false wall, I think. Yeah. Palace has a false wall. So just information to kind of bank away. Now, here's a thing to note, though. As I jump here, I'm hitting this roof. If you jump on top of this roof... And we can do, I mean, like I said earlier, I am recording this on Christmas Day. If we want to play our own version of Santa Claus, we can dive down into this chimney here to enter this house and learn the special technique that we are going to need. Not a spell here. This is another battle technique, very similar to the downward stab. Now we're going to learn the upward stab. So this allows us to attack things that are directly above us, should we choose to, by holding up as we jump, or tapping up as we jump. So now we have both battle techniques that we need. We've cleared those out, and now we just have to grab our next spell, and we are ready for the 4th palace. So let's get through this town. Now, this town name is Darunia, which I think is interesting. I'm pretty sure that's the Chief Goron in Ocarina of Time, if I remember correctly. Let me know in the comments if I have that wrong. Okay, this is the lady who lost her child in the cave. We've returned the baby. Don't ask how the age works on that relationship. And we're going to make our way to her sequestered old relative who's going to teach us some more magic. This magic will strengthen a shield. This is a really good spell for Link. It is the spell of Reflect. What it's going to do is allow... So things right now that damage us that we can't block with our shield, if you cast it, it will allow you to block or sometimes even reflect those projectiles back at the person that is throwing them at us. So kind of a nice little spell to give you. It also shrinks Link's hitbox quite a bit from what I understand. So a pretty useful spell to use in times that you need to stay healthy. So this is the scene that we skipped over last time. It's the bubble Octorok scene. You can see it's the exact same as the one we did play, except it's got the bubbles constantly bothering us, and wow, I was close to taking a death there, bumping back into the pit. That would have stunk. All right, but this downward stab just makes this so much easier. Oh, so satisfying. Oh, gotcha. I might as well take the magic while I'm here. Yeah, because we're not going to run into a town again before we head into the palace. So we do now need to be a little bit conscious of how much life we are using and how much magic we have on hand to enter the palace here in just a moment. We may be able to acquire a little bit of magic when we enter the palace, but no guarantees. You know that sometimes we can acquire it by stabbing the knight statue that sits outside of each palace. But there's no guarantee. It could end up being an actual knight that we have to kill. Or it could be, it could just be nothing. Okay, through the maze is where we're headed next. And as we know, we can come up through this area without hitting any encounters. But there are predefined encounter spots in this maze. There's no avoiding all of them. And I'm going to take the north route now and hit our first one right here. So let's go ahead and cast fire. Oh, improving our magic level really helped with the... It went from 30 to 16 to cast this spell, so that's really good. That saves us a lot of magic power. Oh, and another P-Bang. Is that 200? It is. Man, I think I want life to go up here. I think I'm going to be fine to get my my level up to 2200 before we get through the palace, and I could use the damage resistance, so I'm going to take it. All right, up we go, and around to the left. I think we'll hit another encounter here shortly. Yep. Little upward stab to take care of that guy. Let's cast fire again. Get those guys out of there. Beautiful. We got one more of these punks. Come on. They do jump. They have a very good vertical leap, those things. I mean, they're all leg. Got them. All right. North we go. I think there are 2 more encounters to have to deal with. I prefer this one because there is a red magic jar that we can acquire here for our trouble. And for that matter, a blue one. There's the red. So we're going to cast life, and we might as well cast shield while we're at it too. We're getting all our magic back. Come on, punk. Oh, another points bag. Man, we are embarrassment of riches in points on this run. It is insane how many we have earned. All right, last encounter before we have to go. I hate these stupid things. These flies stink, but they're worth 50 points, and if you can catch them with an upward stab, maybe you grab a quick few points out of them. I, of course, haven't captured any points from any of them. In fact, I've only taken damage. Great choice, Nate. Whatever. We're through. Palace number 4. Let's get it. Oh. All right. Very good fortune to have a red magic jar that I can fill all my magic after casting a couple of life spells, and now we can get out of here. We got to deal with this eyeball who's given us trouble to start. We're going to make our way right to begin, and you just saw there on the right a ghost that is there who can't... That's what we're going to have to use Reflect on to kill. But first, we're going to worry about getting through this section of the palace. So, nothing that we haven't seen before. A little soldier here that we have to get through, including a points bag, which is kind of nice. Whoops. Get out of here. You got to jump out here. There we go. Come on, fight fair. Oh my gosh. Enough. Leapy. All right, take the first exit off to the right, and we're going to be... This palace operates a little different, so they have... There is a hole or a cliff that is safe to fall into, a pit that you can fall into, and it's right at the end here. But if you can make that leap, you actually have to go. We actually have to go to the right first. So if you can make the leap, there we go. It's beneficial to do at this point because we do have to go right because we have a key to get. Clear these blocks. We're going to leap over this. Now we got another one of these blue guys here. If you use the magic of Reflect, you'll actually absorb that projectile. You cannot block it with your shield without it. So you can cast it there if you need to. Let's grab our key and then... Oh, look at that. We got lucky. Another magic jar. That could be either. It could be a magic jar or a knight to have to deal with. And I think for us, I don't want to deal with him at all. That is a life-saving technique that I learned from my father. If you get knocked towards a pit and you can cast Fairy before you contact the lava, you can fly out of there. Tell me that wasn't a 10 on the smooth meter. That's right, baby. Fall to the right of this pit and you can push into this next area where we have to go. Includes another one of these stupid blue guys, man. I hate these blue guys so much. Oh, come on. Get out of here. So annoying. Might as well kill that too. At level 7 attack, those things don't stand a chance. All right, we are moving through to try to get our special item here. We're going to grab the boots along with 200 more points. My goodness. All right, so he's going to hit us with his barrage here. Got him. Just got to time it up. I'm going to cancel. I'm not going to be able to make up. I'm not going to be able to make up that much XP by the time we finish this palace. We already got the special item. We're cleared for going to the boss here. That's what we're going to have to do. So I've got one more magic spell where I can cast life. I'll use it if I have to. For now, though, we have to fall down this pit and push to the right one more time to get our last key item. Through this hallway and into this room. So we've seen these before, but now we got this stupid guy. Oh my gosh, I hate him so much. Smooth, man. Smooth. I could... What I'm telling you is I could use a magic jar at the end of this so badly. Come on, give me a magic jar at the end of this. It's been a blessed run to this point. Can I just get a magic jar? No, nothing. Nothing in that one. Unfortunately. We press on. Keep that ghost underneath you if possible. If not, just give him a stab to keep him off your back. Now, of course, it didn't work that second time. All right, got our key, and now we are making our way back the other direction. Oh man, we got to get these guys out of here. I don't want them on me on this vanishing bridge. Very annoying to deal with. Don't want to get bumped back into a pit there. We're hurting. We need a red jar of magic like yesterday. All right, can't kill these ghost guys because I don't have enough magic. Now, those blue guys do respawn. If I wanted to try to farm them, I'm getting some. Can I cast Reflect? I don't think I have enough. I don't. I need 2.5 for Reflect. I don't think I want to farm here. I might take a death here. It's not the end of the world if it happens. All right. Whatever. We're going to move on. Got to go left here. Need a key still. And we do have to deal with these stupid wolf heads again. Now, the nice part about this, we have the upward stab now. So climbing out of this is a lot easier than it once was. What we're going to do is shoot down here. Block that. Take one shot from a pellet, no problem. And then hop out, and we're out of here. A little bit easier than it used to be. Now, we still are fighting here, guys. We might be able to get out of here if we can get a tasty little drop and grab some magic that we weren't counting on. It might be good. But let's keep fighting as best we got. We got to get up to 2200 XP to make sure that we are leveling up attack by the time we finish this palace. But we're done with the boots section, so we're going to move back up to where we entered and go to the left to finish this thing up. Who knows? Maybe. Let's just hold out hope here. We can block those for now. We don't have to go crazy. Just make sure we're diligent in blocking. No problem. Both fade away. Okay. Whatever. We're through. I am going to need to jump to get that key. Well, I at least have enough to cast that. Oh, man. Come on. Got him. I mean, we're not dead. That's all I'm saying. We're not dead yet. Got to swing over to the left here to make sure we get the... Oh, yep, that's one. That's two. Oh, would have loved a red jar there, like you wouldn't believe. Okay, one more of these rooms. However, the wolf heads are not in these rooms. Just one of these stupid blue guys again. We do have a points bag down there, which is going to be big. That is our magic level. I mean, we're deathless right now. I feel like a deathless run of Zelda 2 is pretty legit. Do I have to... I think I want to save the chance at that, no? We could always get attack level... we could always get attack in level 5. Thinking about it. Screw it. I'm going magic. I need it. I need the fill, and we're going to do it. Maybe I'll live to regret that choice, but that's okay. I think I want to fight for the deathless run really badly here. So we're going to refill our life. We got about half meters of each now. We're prepared to take out the boss if we need to. And we will need to. So let's make our way down. Let's finish this thing and just live to fight another day. We're going to go right to start here. We got one more key to acquire. And it's not too bad to get, but you do want to time this right. So you got gargoyle heads that are going to be coming at you here. And you want... Oh, yeah. We'll take you. We'll take any magic we can get. Especially for that. I got to keep the Deathless alive. Got to keep Deathless alive. I was about to get bumped off. Now that stinks. Ooh, you know what? Let's kill some of these things. Let's kill these ghosts. See if we can't get a nice, like, favorable red jar drop or something. So casting Reflect allows you to reflect their magic back at them and hurt them wildly. All right. We're not all right, we did cast it. We killed him. But we didn't get, we didn't get what we needed as far as a red jar. Maybe we can get that here. We'll see. All right. Surviving. Good. Good. Hate these pits so much. Give me one more key. Give me a jar. Nope. Give me a jar anyway. Nope. Thought I could maybe sneak it out. All right. The only thing is, at this point, I've got to get magic jars because I cannot kill the boss until I have enough to cast Reflect. So that is required here. So I'm just going to keep killing these guys until I can gather enough for Reflect, which is two magic jars here. So I just got to kind of do that here. All right. If nothing else, we're grabbing a little bit of XP, but I'm just planning ahead here to try to make sure I've got enough. Come on, come on, come on. The timing of this is not too bad right here. Because they just fall right into... All right, that's good. That's our 2. Not our 2, but it's the 2 magic jars that I need in order to finish the boss. So we'll see if we acquire more on the way. Maybe I'm not stocked up enough. I already took care of the ghosts in this area, so they shouldn't respawn on me. I hate these things so much. They're like those little wolf heads. They never stop. The downward stab will take care of them if you just do that as you're running into them. It's kind of helpful. Okay. Last couple of screens here. Got to work our way through this vanishing bridge. Also one of these. We're almost there. Freaking castle's hard. Okay, one more of these to go. We do have some of these ghosts in this area. Maybe I can get a red jar from you. Come on, punk. Give me a red jar. Points! Not what I wanted. Give me a red jar. Nope, just more points. Well, we do have enough to... Oh, we got knights. Come on, give me a red jar. Come on, give me a red jar. Someone give me a red jar. One more chance. Oh, no. Shoot. Well, here goes nothing. Gonna see if we can finish this guy without dying. I have no magic. I have very little life. Maybe can take 2 shots. Here's what you gotta do. You gotta get all the way to the right-hand side of the screen, and then you need to duck and use Reflect and just let his bullets fill the screen. Let's see if we can do it. There's one shot. I'm not going to survive if he spawns right next to me. Can we keep the Deathless alive? 2 more shots. 1 more! Yes! Deathless Run is alive! Holy cow. Can't believe it. I don't even care that I'm not going to use a lot of the XP from this statue. I'm glad that we are alive with the smallest sliver of health left. Oh, I got to get out of this business. Oh my gosh. There we go. I'm gonna use... Do I want to use it or not? Yeah, I do, because we got to get to 3,500 by the time we get through the next palace, and I think we can do that. So, We have made it. And now that we have the boots, we can walk on the water to get out of here. Now, if you'll remember, that was crazy wild stuff. Now, if you'll remember, now that we can walk on the water with the boots, there was somebody in the last ocean, or the last town, that said, across the ocean lies a heart. So as you're walking to the right, you can get to the next palace very easily. Excuse me. But if you go to this section here, right where the desert rises up to its highest point, go north 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then to the right as far as you can go. And that will lead you to that heart container that they spoke about earlier. You can jump up there from distance, and there we are. So a nice heart container to bank for our journey into the 5th palace here. Okay, we're at life level 6, magic level 6. The only thing that we don't have is attack level 8 here, but that's not the end of the world. I think we're going to be able to find a way through this palace with attack level 7 and then build it up to 8 by the time we leave. All right, we're in palace number 5 out of 6, getting very, very close now. Let's descend and take you through this one. It starts pretty straightforward. No decisions really to be made as far as path to go. Got to deal with these stupid things, but they're easy enough to handle. Man, I cannot believe we survived Palace 4 without dying. Still on a death list now is so cool. I'm no guarantee that I'm going to, continue this whole thing with a death list, but man, I don't have one under my belt yet, and it would be really cool to record one for that achievement. So, for all of you. All right, you saw as we used the fairy magic there, we have to go back because there is a key that we need to acquire. Now, I might be a little more diligent in killing these ghosts and bubbles and stuff because I want to make sure that we get to attack level 8 before we are in palace number 6. We definitely want to be there by that time. So, forgive me if I got to stop a few times and take out these enemies here. Okay, Vanishing Bridge is next. You can just walk straight through. These gargoyle heads will not hit you if you continue forward. Just a quick jump down to grab that points bag as you go through with the downward stab, and that will do it. All right, we can knock these blocks off. There's that one. Oh, blue guy. Those blue drops obviously turn into those little minions there, which are never fun to deal with. Get out of here. And through the locked door that we picked up the key for just a moment ago. We can go to the right here, but it is indeed a dead end. I'm not interested in going through the dead ends. There's literally nothing in there. A little bit of XP is all you get. Now, these wizard guys, if you can get them out of there, 200 points apiece. Very worth it if you can manage to hit them and clear them out in each of these stages. I'm actually going to try to get them there. There we go. 2 shots at level 7. That's a cool 400 we just banked. Just taking a second there to take them out. A key up top here, so we're going to have to utilize our building skills and figuring out how to get to the top of this area. Let's see if can we get a brick to fall on my head here, please? Actually, I'm going to go over here, I think. Trying to map this out in my mind. I just don't want to get hit with fire. And that's just a general feeling. I just don't, in general, enjoy getting hit with fire. Oh, talk to me about some red magic. Ow. That was stupid. That was dumb. Because it wasn't done falling. Come on, keep falling now. Now I gotta wait. I didn't let it fill all the way up. I thought it was done. I just don't want to get hit with these things. I'm probably going to get hit as soon as I go over here. Yep. Oh, good. Whatever. Getting hit by bricks. Come on. It's an adventure. All right, fine. Get up there and get the key however you see fit. All right? And then you can stab your way through this little block maze and move on. Very annoying section. All right, a couple of these knights to deal with, and if you're in trouble, boom, free red. Yeah, let's use reflect. Let's use life. Let's just use it all. You know what I mean? Might as well. If it's free magic, use it. All right, got them out of there in one shot now. Remember when those were the bane of our existence? Now, you can go to the right here if you want to die. Don't do it if you don't, because that is the worst room in this palace, is that room to the right. Oh, man, I want to kill these guys, though. All right, there's one. Downward stab's so good for this. Ah, shoot. They're pretty quick. You got to get the stab in pretty quick when they do this. Oh, I got one. Come on, where are you? Where are you, dude? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, it was there! Got one. 200 more. Come on. Oh, I need one more shot. Yeah, he's too quick. Come on, there was no chance at that one. There we go. Beautiful. 600, baby. Gotta love that. And I needed it, too. We gotta get to 3,500 before this thing is over. Killing the bubbles. Now, going left will actually be the end game of where we want to go. So we're not quite there yet. What we're going to do is drop down this elevator. Now, for some reason, my game glitches out at this point. For some reason. I have no idea why, but it doesn't like that particular scene. My menu screen goes crazy. Little free bag of points here. Never met some points that I didn't like, so I will take them. We will get the heck out of here, leaving that bubble to be trapped forever in that little area. And then you can progress right here, and this is where we're going to need to use jump to acquire a key. So we got to get that. It's a little bit tough timing-wise to get through that guy because he is... we're used to just jumping regularly to get him. I'm going to use the upward stab to get rid of this bubble. We got more of these wizards here that we could take out if we're close to them. Oh, come on. I always run out of space before they show up again. Yeah, they appear so randomly. It's not always easy to know, or not always easy to kind of predict where they're going to be and then give them a couple shots. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks too. I'm not even paying attention. Okay, I'm overrun here, people. Come on, come on, come on. Shoot. I'm getting housed here, fellas. Waiting for you to get close. Come on. Get out of here. I totally had him. There's one. All right, cancel that. All right, let's get out of here before I lose any more life. I can at least cast life here, recover a little bit. All right, there's one. It's fine. We need 1,000 more points, and then we are in the clear. Now, progressing to the right here, we're going to run across one of these blue knight guys. We'll take him out after his barrage here. Got him. 4 shots. Now, remember the guy in town? Well, I didn't show it to you, but he said there's a false wall. Jump against that wall, and you can progress through this. This is a key part here to make sure that you get all the items in this palace that we're going to need. Okay, moving through. All right, we'll take that. Now, we're not going to go down the elevator just yet. We want to progress through to the right and get ourselves a key first. Shoot. I do not want to die. I got a deathless here, and I'm not afraid to use it. We're going to need a red magic jar soon. Come on, Stalfos, what do you got for me? A downward stab? Point brick. That's not bad. Man, I'm going to get to 3,500 a little faster than I wanted to. Maybe not. All right, there is the key that we needed to grab. And now we can make our way back to that last elevator going down that we skipped over on our way here. This palace gets significantly trickier to navigate around. The corridors are a little bit longer. It's a little bit higher stakes, too. Maybe there's something. Check every one of those statues that you see. Sometimes there's the ability to grab, free magic in those things if you're lucky. All right, sneak our way through there with a downward stab. Over this. Only need 500 more XP, so I think I'm golden. Let's go down here. I think this is where I need to be. You got the wolf heads to worry about here. No shot that I took damage there. I jumped, so he was on a different plane. That was dumb. Okay. Oh, just get out. All right, we're into the special item area. which we're going to need. And this one is going to be the flute. So one of the things I didn't mention in the town, in the town that we visited second, not Darunia, or shoot, I gotta pay attention. Hang on. Hang on. Balls! Finally lost it. All right, no Deathless run. Plenty of lives because we've acquired them with the dolls. All right, Deathless is for another day. It will start you back at the beginning of the scene that you were in when you died, and now you're all in big, big trouble because I have no regard for my own health anymore. There we go. Out you go, blue guy. We get ourselves the flute. Now, in the town that we were in just before kind of moving north and going to Palace 4, there's a character who lets you know that the River Devil does not like certain types of noise. So this item is to clear the River Devil to advance to the next section of the overworld. And when we get to that point, I will show you where that is done. All right, we're clear now of this elevator area. We're going to get to the end of... go back to where we also passed by an elevator, or a chance to go down. And that was back... I think it was back at the end of this corridor here, at the beginning of this corridor here, through this area with all the wizards that are shooting fire at us. All right. There we are. Let's go ahead and swing through here. Now, we're at about, what? Maybe about an hour and a half that we've been going at this now. 5 palaces out of 6. All right, this is where we want to go down to the bottom. We did not go through here before. Now, we don't technically need to go through here, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. This might just be XP grinding. I'm not entirely sure. Let me make sure. Because one of these rooms has a key and one of them doesn't. This might be the XP. This is the XP grind room, okay? If you need some XP, there are 3 of these knights in here, but there's nothing good for you in here. I'm right here against 3,500 points. I might as well ensure that I get it. Got ourselves another bag of points. All right, let's cancel. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at all these things. Could grind points there too. There's nothing over to the left though, no key or anything like that. You're just stuck with all of these drippy statues and 3 of those red knights to deal with. But in the next section, when we do enter the last set of rooms before we get to the boss, you will need to go to the bottom screen for a key. That is what I forgot. I confused my elevators. So back up to the top here, we've cleared out this area, and now that we move to the left in here, this is where we're going to sink to the bottom and grab a key before we head towards the boss. We don't need to kill that guy up there on the ledge. We are going to move. If you need more points, you can push straight through here to the left. There is another point bag that we can acquire. I'll show you where that is quickly. A knight for your trouble, and there's a point bag for you if you need it. Kind of pointless for us, no pun intended, because we are going to max out our attack level when we finish the boss here. But we're going to go down first. There is one more key we have to acquire, and you can always kind of tell when a room is important because they make it stinking tough to get through. This is one of those that has those wizards shooting fire at you, so if you need to get through it. Now, this is going to contain 3 knights, but of 3 different colors. So you're going to have an orange one there, a red one up on top, and then a blue one guarding the final key that we're going to need. And let's just get in there and get him. Oh, I got the key on the same sword swipe. That was pretty good. So now we got our final key. We are ready to head towards the boss. And I'm going to therapeutically destroy every one of the blocks in that bottom row, just because. All right, we're done. We have gotten all the keys in this palace. We are just looking for... I know it bothered you the last time I went through here not getting that bag. It doesn't matter, and it's only worth 50, and I didn't think it was worth possibly dying for it. But there, I got it. You done? You done worrying? Up we go to the top. This is the last stretch. One more of these little knights to worry about. A key to clear our path. A blue one for our trouble. Boom. Get out of here. You cannot grab a magic container from that statue head, unfortunately. So now we have arrived at the boss of level 5. We're going to grab shield, and be ready to cast life if we need. Now, this guy, what you got to do is actually stab him in the stomach. And he's got one of these like ball chain whip things that can really layeth the smacketh down on Link. If you get in there too close, he can definitely hurt you. So please proceed with caution. But he will kind of move back and forth. There we go. Oh, double shot. Let's cast life. Nope. Need him. You can leap over that thing, though, which is very helpful to do to close distance there before finishing him. Boom! And when you finish him, he will flash. He will destroy in a giant explosion. 500 XP for killing him. And we are moving on. 1 death. I can't believe it. Got to the 5th palace and took a death. I really deserved it after Palace 4. I'm not going to lose sleep over that one. All right, fills up our meters, fills up our XP, and we are attack level 8. 8,000, the highest level that you will need to acquire in the game. That's the most XP required, so we are done with attack now. We don't have to worry about that anymore, and we're going to progress to the 6th palace, the last one before the Great Palace, but there's a little bit to do before we get there. Now, if you go down south here, if you had gone and searched around, you would see this lovely little river devil sitting here in the river blocking your path. If you use the B button on the overworld now, you blow the flute. And when you do, it destroys him. And now you can progress south. So, we now have 3 pre-made encounters here, including the stupid guy that stole the kid earlier. We have to deal with him. I like to jump, duck, and slash for him. I find that kind of ends up clearing those guys fairly consistently. And you're going to deal with orange and red and blue varieties of that guy before game's end. So you do want to get somewhat familiar with how to clear them. This guy requires fire, or you can just skip past him. These stupid guys throwing rocks at you never stop. They just constantly pop up. So I just like dance back and forth to avoid them. And then get through if you can. Okay, last encounter here before we get to the next area. Yep, jump, duck, and slash. Ooh, another point bag. I have never gotten this many point bags in a run before. It is so insane. Look at my evasive maneuvers, bro. I am a ninja, I'm telling you. Okay, follow along the path section here if you want. And you can cross over this. Now, what you would normally be led to do is go down to the town there and, gather your next stuff. However, that town is desolate and destroyed, and it contains invisible eyeball enemies that kill you. So going there is not a good idea right now. So I'm actually going to save us the trouble of doing that, and I'm going to progress through this cave to grab a few XP for my trouble here, and also going to grab, I'm going to grab some XP. I'm getting murdered here. This is no good. I'm going to grab some XP, and then we're going to go. Now, one thing you do find out if you go in that town, though, there's one old man in the first building that you come to who says that the town had to evacuate, go and look for them in the woods in the east. So that's what we're going to do next, is head over to the east section of this area and look for the town. So I don't know if I mentioned it in this run or not, but with the hammer that we acquired way back when on Death Mountain, you can also clear sections of forest. And what you'll see as we go through is there is a section of forest that contains a town hidden in it that we have to uncover and enter. All right, our free 500 points from our swamp cave. We will go through here and finish this up. Let's just kind of jump and get out of here. And into the woods now, and there's one more cave to enter. There we go. Like I said, jump, duck, and slash. Very efficient maneuver in taking out those weird dinosaur club enemies. Okay, and into the final cave that we have to enter before the last town. Or second last town, I suppose. One shot now that we're attack level 8. I absolutely love it. Still can't kill him without fire, but it's really satisfying to kill him in one shot now for 50 points. One more little section to go through here. We got another one of these dinosaur spear enemies, and then there's a red one at the end here that we can take out as well should we choose. I don't want to. I'm just going to jump over him. Now, we're in this area here. If you go right to this section here and use the A button to destroy the forest, you will find the town and where they fled to. Now, she comes out of her house this purple lady and tells you that you deserve my help. However, if you have not acquired the other 3 magic containers in the game prior to getting to this town, you will not get the 4th magic container here. In addition, her little friend in here tells you there's a secret at the edge of town. That's important information for us to know too. We're going to need to cast a spell to get something special at the end of town as well. The last magic container, we get a magic refill, and now we have full capacity to cast our spells. Very useful item. Very good. Now the last thing we have to do is refill our life, go to the edge of town, and find out, oh, there's nothing in here for us. Oh wait, that's all right. Hang on. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's speed this up. Let's cast life, and then we'll just refill our magic. That's it. Same difference. Oh, there's the red lady. Very nice home. A wide open door is just sitting here for you. All you got to do is enter it. And when you get to the end, there's no spot to go. Go through the fireplace. Just different variety of how to get a new spell. And here is the guy that teaches you a spell called Spell. That's it. Remember the magic word. From what I can tell, this magic only serves 2 purposes. One, it will be used at the edge of town to uncover the secret that lady just talked about. And the other thing it will do is turn some enemies into like weaker enemies in encounters. So switch to spell and cast it here at the edge of town, and it will reveal a hidden doorway to get an item that you're going to need to enter the next palace. One other thing to mention, if you talk to all the characters in here, one of them tells you to ask for help at Three-Eyed Rock, I believe it's called. And that's kind of a clue to indicate how to get to the next palace. It might be this guy right here. Let's see if we can catch up and see what he says. Call for help at the Three-Eye Rocks. Okay? How to call for help? Probably using that item we just got in the last palace. But now we can't exit the town by going out to the right, so we're going to go backtrack to the left. Let's fill our magic again so that is full. And now we can head back down south to finish our quest. Out of the town and back through the cave. We're going to have to clear through here again, which no big deal. We'll just jump over that guy. This was not too tough a cave to get through. I didn't love that he hit me there, but so be it. Let's cast fire. Get him out. Oh, yeah. We are taking all of the XP we can get right now. Oh, so satisfying. Double kill. Am I the best? I might be. All right, we got to make our way south now. Another one of these stupid guys to kill. Kill the spider. Keep racking up the points. Now, if you go along the coastline here, there is a hidden area right here. Our last heart container also collected. Now we are fully maxed out. There is nothing else we need to collect. We have all of our life. We have all of our magic. We got a couple of scorpions to worry about here. Not worth it to me. Just get out of here. Call for help at Three-Eyed Rock. Hit the B button to blow the whistle. And appears the 6th palace. Oh, good. It was really unnecessary. I want to see if I can get a magic jar. Only works here. Ah, there we go. Now we're talking. All right, fully equipped. I didn't even mention the key that we got at the edge of town. That is the magic key. Now we no longer need palace keys to get through, and that's convenient because there are no palace keys in this area. We are only going to progress off of the magic key from here on out. All right, little ghost here to take care of. Also some points there. I mean, why wouldn't we take them, I suppose? Come here, loser. Oh, come on. All right. I'm going to pause here, guys. I got to take care of some things, and then I'm going to be right back with the last section of this. Thanks for sticking with me. We're almost done. 6th Palace and the Great Palace to go. I will be right back. All right, guys, listen, between last time I paused it here and picking it up, I've lived a lifetime since then. Like I said, I'm recording this on Christmas, had a great dinner with the family, played some games, opened some gifts, had a really good time, and now everyone is in bed, and we're going to finish this thing up. To you, it looked like a fade out and a fade in, but to me, there's a lot of city miles behind that cut. All right. We are in Palace number 6. We have just cleared out this ghost, and we need to, this bubble, and let's go ahead and grab a quick 100-pointer over there, and then we will make our way over to the left as well and clear out this area. Oop, now that we have the jump magic, that's right, David Bowie, we are going to work through here nice and easy, and make our way. Ooh, I don't like that eyeball. I don't like that boulder. All right, come on, Jumpy. We've got another thing to grab over here. Just a points bag? I can't remember. Oh, what a jerk. Just a points bag? Yeah, well, more points, though. I mean, we need them at this point. Oh, what in... Okay, this time away absolutely zapped my ability to play this game. All right, there we go. Life will go up. Life will go up. That's what I needed right there. We're done with attack. We're getting our life and magic up to the highest level. We smoked that eyeball, and now we are going to drop down and grab our free 200-pointer, and off we go. Okay, back in the saddle, back in the rhythm. Let's finish this game up. It has been an arduous journey to this point, and it's time to finish up. Oh boy, not even close to doing it that way. All right, get in here. There. Oh my gosh. Let's try to grab all the XP we need. Now, we only have one more palace to clear before... we only have one more palace to clear before we're going to run out of the free levels from clearing these things. So we do have to start farming just a little bit. We're going to get one... We have 3 levels left, and we are only going to get one of those from clearing the palace. So let's make sure that we are on the move with that. All right. Clear you out, you jerk. Yeah, so we're going to be grabbing as much XP as we can here. Oh, now, having Reflect really makes this a lot easier. Don't have to worry about taking those shots there. And let's go ahead and clear this guy as well. Get ourselves some points. His barrage. Whoops. There we go. 3 shots to clear him. Now, you can clear that gap there. This is an endless hole in this palace here. So there are 4... scenes basically that are on a loop. This is scene number 1, and I'll refer to them as such. Scenes 2 and 4 have some free points for us, but we need to finish scene 1 first, and then we're going to go to scene 3 when that is done. There we go. 3 shots to kill that one, and off we go up the staircase. Okay. This is where we're going to go. Now, remember we have our magic key now, so we are completely ready to open any doors that come into our path. In the meantime, we're going to use Reflect again to clear... This is so irritating. There we go. Clear those enemies this way. There we go. 1 jump. Oh, give me that. Talk to me about that. There we go. Give me some full magic, baby. All right. Oh. We're going to hop up here. I think I want to kill this guy. There. Clear him out, get my 150 points. I think I just want to take whatever points I can get at this point. So I've said point a lot, and I think I should probably improve that for my next video, if possible. All right, let's hop up here, can we? There we go. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. All right, we gotta... this isn't going to work. I'm a disaster over here. Let's get up here. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh, this is a nightmare. There we go. Let's get one of these out of here. Up. Oh, come on. We got this. There we go. Get the other one out of here. My goodness. Stupid floating bubbles. All right, now we can jump up a couple of times. There we go. Jeez, that was not easy. And then we'll get up here. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, gonna work our way to the right. If we can make that jump, great. We're gonna come back up that second level there in just a minute. Now, we need to keep track of how many statues we pass here, okay? Reason being, that's the second one. On the third one, there is a false floor, okay? And it is 1 brick past, it's like right there. that one, you got one space pass, and then you got to cast jump to get over it. So we're going to run, one space pass, jump, and we clear it. You'll see that we're going to fall down that pit on our way back after we clear this out. But that is the false floor you have to jump over. Let's use shield here just because I don't want to be an idiot. And this is now the mini boss we have to get through in order to get the special item, which is going to be the Holy Cross, which allows us to see those eyeballs that we can't see otherwise. So we didn't really go to the town where they affected us before. Can I hit him at all? Jeez. We didn't go to the town where we were affected by those before, but basically there are invisible enemies that can take your life away, and this cross is going to allow you to see them. So for the rest of the game, advancing to the Great Palace at the end and getting through the rest of the encounters in this game, you're going to need that cross to be able to see the enemies that are fighting you. Okay, got our special item, and now we are on our way. Let's go back this direction, and now we're going to just fall down that false floor pit where I told you it was, and we're going to proceed to the right here for some free points, I believe. Let's get up here. Little jump action. Yep, got a knight, and then some free points over there behind that pedestal. Okay. Let's get this stupid bubble out of here. 11 shots now on level 8. It's so much faster. It's great. Absolutely love it. All right, just need 1,000 to get our magic level up. That would be pretty sweet. Pretty lit, as the children say. Use it all. Oh, I don't have enough to cast reflect here, so I would need a red. I need a red jar drop there, and I don't have it. Oh man, I'm sandwiched here. I mean, I love a good sandwich, but not that kind. All right. Well, we'll make our way up here, and oh gosh, take way too much damage from this loser. Jeez. All right. We can cast jump if we want, but we can actually make it out of here if we're good about it. We can make it out without needing to cast jump. Of course, I'm not good about it, so hang on. Yeah, if you're moving forward, you can make that jump with Link without having to cast any spell to do it. All right, we're going to make our way back to the left. We have cleared level 1 of all of the things that we need, including the Holy Cross that we gathered. We're going to just jump through there. One more jump through here should do it. Oh, yeah. Well, they don't do that much damage, so manage to survive and get back here. If I do take a death, I mean, we're not deathless here, and if I do take a death, I'll start with full magic and life in the area where I do. All right, we're going to fall down this pit here, and now we're actually going to push left and see if we can scoop up some extra points here as well. I did that. That was stupid. We got plenty of lives. Let's get this. Oh, on the bridge there. That was interesting. All right, jump over. There's 2. Gotcha. And now some extra points as well for our trouble. And there's nothing over to the right, so we can just make our way over here. Now, in order to get over, we do want to get over to the right in this section, though. This is the next area we have to go. And we want to, yeah, hang on. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, no, I'm lying. We don't want to go there yet. And the reason being, we want to go down to level 4 so we can grab the other points bag that is out there for us. So if you drop down one more, this is strictly for points. You don't need to be here for anything else. Oh, shoot. Did I go the wrong way? Well, if I did, doesn't matter, because this is an endless pit. You're going to be back to level 1. Now we're in level 2. And we're going to go back to 4 in just a second here. Here's 3. And here is 4. This is where we got to be on the left side to grab the other points bag. Right over here. Boom. We got ourselves the magic that'll go up. I think we got to take it here. We're 1 level away. If we can get to 4,000 before this whole thing is over, we can get ourselves all the levels we need. That's a tough order to do, but at least we're at level 7 for that now, and we'll get 1 more level as we finish the palace. We can save it up if we want to for our magic level and then go back and get life, whatever we choose to do. Okay, this is scene number 3. Now we're going to enter this area. We already killed that blue knight, which is nice. And we will move through and finish the rest of this palace and get cooking towards the Great Palace. All right, a couple of these stupid gargoyle heads to worry about. Just get them out of there. They can knock you into a pit. They're very annoying. We all know this. Bounce off of the spiny element there. Oh, that was stupid. I'd rather not take a death if I don't have to. Gotta go back this way because there is a barrier on the other side that you can't fly through as a fairy. So, let's be sharper about that this time. Not do that, and try it again. Alright, we'll take the magic. Good. There we go. Let's just let him yeet himself. There's really no reason. Oh, there we go. Got ourselves a gargoyle head. Perfect position. There we go. And now we're through. It gets tricky here, especially with all the pits. Alright, let's kill these guys. They normally have some pretty good stuff. Sometimes you can grab a nice easy drop from them, but 100 points each is tough to ignore. Alright, there we go. Maybe I was thinking maybe we get a red jar. Alright, now we have to cast Fairy to get through this next section. So you are going to need to save enough magic to do that. And we're going to fly all the way across this chasm with all these fast bubbles in our way. Let's just let them clear out first. There we go. Let them all bounce that way. And now we're over here, and we've got another little stretch here that we're going to have to kill another mini-boss in just a second. Now, we're not there yet. We need to push past this elevator. Coming up from the bottom of the elevator is only going to be needed if we fall too far. That is the elevator that's going to bring us back into this scene so we can try again. Another mini-boss to go through here. We're going to just, again, downward stab on top of him. And it's only 2 shots at level 8 to actually finish the blue knight here once he is dismounted. Oh, I keep missing him for crying out loud. Just stand still. There we go. Oops. Gotcha. Beautiful. I'm getting the key, but that's only because it falls. There's no reason to do it other than I don't think you can advance until you grab it. All right, we have finished the mini-boss, and now we have to get to the actual boss. Now, before we do, if you are skilled enough, you can maybe get lucky enough to go off of that vanishing bridge there, and get yourself a... There we go. Get yourself into here, and if you do... Now, this is a very fast bubble, obviously. There we go. I caught him, though. Let's go ahead and knock him out, and then his buddy is right there. But behind him, his buddy holds a doll. That would be another extra life for us, which we are going to grab right now. Now, we don't have enough magic to cast, because we got hit by those bubbles, we don't have enough magic to cast what we need, which is Fairy, in the next section. So we have got to farm for a little bit of magic, because we need to cast Fairy in that last scene, so that we... Oh, great. And I didn't even get over to the right without... This stinks. Can I use jump? I can. Let's see if that'll do it. Just running completely out of magic here. All right. I gotta kill these guys. Oh, maybe not. Oh, come on. Just let me over to the right. The reason I want to get all the way over to the right, there is a statue here, and you might be able to get lucky and get a red jar. Did we get... I mean, one time for the culture. You know what I mean? We got ourselves a red jar, full magic now, and we'll be able to go back through that loop and cast Fairy when we get up there. So this is the part you have to go through if you don't make it through that scene before, what we just played through. You have to basically work your way back through this area to get back up and try again. So that's what we're doing. I'll just kind of show you this area because I have to, because I failed miserably, and we will ascend now to where we have to go. A couple more of these ghosts if you feel like knocking them out. Now, the only other thing that stinks, because we used our key there... Oh, wait, we have a magic key. Yeah, we do. And all is over on the left is points, so I don't think it matters. We can just climb up again here and try again. I'm pretty sure it's only experience points, and it's not going to be enough to get us a level up, so there's really no point in doing that now. I mean, I could farm bubbles if I wanted to try to get to the next experience level and then have the palace clear us, but I think I'll just wait and earn points along the way. Okay, gotta fall down here, and then in the next scene, pause immediately, switch to Fairy right here, and cast. And then it stops your fall, and you can fly through this area. There's another knight here. Let's just take a shot, and maybe he drops us a red jar. Let's just see what happens. Well, obviously, we want to take damage there. 70 points. Pointless. Okay, We are at the boss. We're going to cast shield just to be sure. This guy's not too tough, but there are pits here that he can knock you into. It's a dragon that's going to pop up from one of these 3 pits. All you do is jump and stab, and then if you're quick about it, you can sneak back and stab him again on the way down. So I'm going to go this way. Little momentum. Give me another shot. There we go. Now, if he pops up on the left... Ooh, 3 in the middle. If he pops up on the left, I just basically stand here. Let's see if I can get 1 from everyone. So, just stand here, start moving, catch him on the way down, and then maybe 1... All right, we'll do that. We're just going to play what he gives us. 2 more. Give us 1 more here for the culture. Boom! Oh, come on! I missed him! Get out of here. I don't buy it. There we go. Pretty easy to take out the dragon. He's going to give you 750 points for your 700 points for your trouble. Grab the last key, even though you don't need it. Take the last locked door, and we are done, folks, with all of the palaces. It is time to head to the Great Palace in the west. I think that's what it is. Beautiful. I think we're going to cancel here because we might work our way up to magic level 8 on our journey. Now, this was an area we didn't enter last time when we were coming across here. This was an area that we could have entered if we wanted to, but we were... there we go. We were a little... we didn't need to because we knew that the place was haunted. Now, if I didn't have the cross, I wouldn't be able to see that eyeball there. I would have been hit a couple of times and wondering what's going on. But if I enter this room... If you go in here before you find the last town that had the spell and the last magic container, he tells you that that town is over in the east. But if you come here afterwards, he's going to give you the most powerful magic in the game. It is Thunder, which is going to be needed to finish the game and finish the second to last boss as well. One of the keys, too, to finishing this game... Now, we can do it without life level 8 if we need to, but magic level 8 makes this game so much easier if you finish it that way. So I would recommend, if given an option between life level or magic level 8, you definitely want to go magic. All right, back across the bridge. Let's just try to not die in one of these many pits that this bridge has. I mean, the physics of this just doesn't make sense. These are hovering segments of bridge, which... Hovering segments of bridge sounds like I don't know, an interesting... I don't want to go over this thing again. I'd rather take the long walk around the lake, not risk falling into a pit, and maybe I'll farm a few points and get ourselves up to magic level that we need. Who knows? These guys are easy enough to kill. If I just get a few encounters, maybe I can sneak a few points for it. Or sneak another level out of nowhere. I mean, seriously, I just earned... 450 as easily as I ever have. Well, that's a lie. It was 500 with a pea bag there. I wish the guys, they give you 150 regular, but the pea bag is only 200. I kind of wish they would give you the 500 pea bag, but I don't believe any enemy in the game actually gives you 500. I think you just have to find them. All right, walked across here. I mean, it almost feels like I should farm for the last level. Oh, come on. Should I farm for the last level? It's like 3 encounters, 5 encounters, whatever. They're close encounters, that's for sure. I could also make more out of these by... Oh, come on. Does that work? It doesn't always work on them. There we go. I could also just make each encounter of these worth more by fighting both of these guys. There we go. 300 per? That's only 3 more encounters. I'm going to stay here. Get my magic level. Come on. There we go. Drop. Might as well use the magic, too, because we're going to be recovering that in just a moment. There we go. Beautiful. 200. All right. I'm going to stick here for a minute. As you can see, an easy way to farm if you need to grab levels as well. I wasn't even really intending for this when it came to playing this level, but I guess it serves a purpose that you can finish your farming of your levels right here. Come on. I don't know why I care about the 5 points from the spider, but I do. It's a completionist thing. I don't know why I care, but I do. All right, 1 more of these. That ought to do it. There we go. Let's go. There we go. and you. That's why I care about the 5, because that's the one that gave me the level I needed. All right, we're at 788. I might make enough XP on the way to the Great Palace. Let's see what happens. So this is an encounter. If I don't have to fight it, I could have just waited for one of Ganon's minions to hit me on the path, and I could have had a clear way. If you do fight it, you're going to have these eyeballs to deal with. They're not too bad, frankly. But this is where you can replenish all of your magic before your trek to the Great Palace. All right, off we go. Through this, it seems like we're just walking along lava here, which seems unsafe, if I had to be honest. We are going to encounter also... Oh, come on. There we go. Got to clear out those guys. We're going to encounter the blue version of these. Just don't even bother with them. Just try to clear out as quickly as you can. Okay, now we have 3 predetermined encounter spots. If you use your downward stab here, you can sometimes catch these eyeballs in the middle of their flight below. But I would not advance until these eyeballs have finished, have been vanquished, okay? You do not want to have them hanging around. Now you want to let this thing get close before you leap over it. We got one of these again. Use that duck, stab, and jump routine. And I would use jump here just to make sure you don't take a silly death falling into that pit. You can make it with a regular jump, but it is uber close. Okay? Now, over here, free 500 points. Certainly not going to scoff at that. We need it. So I'm not going to turn my nose up at free points if I can grab it. Oh, actually, I want to make my way to the right. It's a little bit safer pit-wise to go to the right here. Oh, great. Thank you very much. Appreciate you taking all those points from me, too. All right, second predetermined encounter. We're going to clear this guy again. Oh, give me that right now. Let's get life, let's get shield, and let's get jump, and then refill. Bounce him out, bounce him out. Okay, thank you. Come on. Come on! Joke. Oh, come on. This is so annoying. There we go. All right, we got jump, in place, jump, magic. Everyone that knows. You remind me of the babe. What babe? The babe with the power. The power of what? The power of hoodoo. You do. Voodoo. Do what? Voodoo. Hoodoo. You do. Do what? Remind me of the babe. You know what I'm saying. All right, couple more encounters here. Let's kill a few more of these eyeballs. I think I'm going to cast life again. I could probably get a few more magic jars here if I needed to. Let's wait for this loser. Come on, loser. Thank you. All right, off to the right and cleared out. Don't love those little floating eyeballs at all. Sorry, I'm referring to the red ones, not the blue one that we already know stinks. I'm talking about those red ones that can close their eyelids quickly, and then all of a sudden, everything you do doesn't hurt them at all. And it makes for very annoying journeys through this game if you try to kill them when you expect their eyeball to be open, and then it closes in an instant. All right, we made our way through there, survived. Now we have got, we got this scorpion here. Let's just move on if we can. Oh, come on. Just bounce over him. And we got one more of these blue dinosaur type guys. We're just going to jump over him if we can and get out of here. He's worth 200 points. Not really the type of thing I'm worried about here. We're at 1,500. I think we might, between the Great Palace and these scenes here. Look at that. Look how annoying that is. Between the Great Palace and these scenes here, we might actually make it to our 4,000 and increase our life on the journey through the Great Palace. Okay, last predetermined encounter here. Now we got the red version of this stupid thing. Still 3 more eyeballs to take care of. Let's wait until they fly in. They come swooping in and circle above like some vultures. Let's get that. Good. Upward stab being very useful for us here. Another 150. Jump across. We got ourselves one more of these to go. Let's wait until he moves, and off we go. Okay. Get him out of here. Let's cast jump, and let's go. To the Great Palace, folks. We got one more cave to clear. Another one of these blue guys, but we are leaving, bro. We are not sticking around for this garbage. We don't like it. Just keep going. Use that duck, jump, and stab, and you can keep the blue one in your rear view mirror. Clear the red one quickly. And through we go. To the Great Palace. Now, the beauty of this is that we have arrived now where if we have to continue, we're continuing right from the beginning of this palace. They don't send you back to where Zelda is. So this is it. Now, the path through this palace is so crucial. You must go the right way. The first place to go is left, and we have to fight Mr. Jumpy Chicken Booby, whoever this is, JCB, okay? He's got, well, he has breasts. I don't know what else to say. He's going to spit fire at you. False floor there. You learn that the hard way if you don't watch walkthroughs like this. And we are headed down the elevator to the next chamber. Down here, you're going to go right. The reason that you know it's right is because it feels right. Also because you're watching this and I'm telling you to go right. Completely empty room here. A nice break for Link, who has been walking quite a bit in our journey today. But he is going to clear through this room, and now we're entering another larger room. Now, we have some gargoyle heads that are going to swing down at us. Is it this room? No, I guess it's a different one. Ah, Mr. Chicken Booby is back. 6 shots at attack level 8 will take him out, and we want to make sure we do. Those fire things can really eat up your life quickly. Now, if you're lucky, you can try to jump up here and get a magic jar if there's one sitting in there. If it's not, and it's an enemy, those things suck, and you want to leave as soon as possible. Okay, a couple of gargoyle heads here to clear out. They're going to continuously come at you. There's no getting rid of them entirely. Do like the fact that I got some magic there. That was nice. I honestly might farm them a little. We're close on life. Maybe not. Maybe we'll hang here. They're going to respawn in just a minute here. If I were to go back, they would. Not worth it, though. Okay, our first red soldier that we got to worry about. When they jump, you can give them... normally when they jump, you can give them an upward stab, and that'll take care of them. So that's how I did this one. Now, these blue guys, they're a little more powerful in this level. You got to give them 2 stabs, and they're worth 10 points. Not that it's a huge difference, but when you're expecting it to be 1 and it's 2, and you take a stupid hit for it, it sucks. Down we go. Now, this is a secret wall that's available in any elevator chamber that looks like that. All it means is that you can use jump to try to go up there and see if there's a magic jar. Let's try it once just to see. If it's not, we're leaving. Yep, we're leaving. So long. Don't want to be there. Those guys stink, and it's not worth it. But we can try again down here. And why wouldn't we? Let's see if we get it. It's only a little magic. Is there anything? You didn't even get us anything? This turns into a bunch of bubbles if you don't kill him. Alright, there's nothing here. Is that it? Seriously? Oh, come on. This has all been one big tease. Alright. When you make it finally to the bottom of those 2 elevator shafts, go right and get in here quickly against Mr. Chicken Booby. You want to make sure that he does not take you down. Now, I got to cast life a couple of times here. I am dying. These guys shoot fire now, so do be careful. This is where the gargoyle heads are. I might actually live here for a moment and try to farm a magic jar or something. I'm dying here. Oh, all right. Got one. We'll take that. Can we get something here? Let's see if there's a magic jar up here. Who is the best? Who is the best? Fill up that magic jar all the way. Okay. Well positioned now. We do have to deal with an awful enemy coming up here in a moment. So what you need to do here is actually climb this section and go up 4 blocks, okay? So this is the 4th block now that I'm on. You want to get on this guy right here and draw out the blue enemy here. He's going to keep jumping into you, and when he gets to the top of his jump, just duck and stab, and it'll take him down. 4 shots. You do not want to deal with these guys. They stink, okay? They're awful to deal with. One more. Got you. Oh, it's so sweet. I can't stand you, bro. Okay. We're getting close to leveling up life, too, which is really nice. Okay. Cleared through that guy. Pretty easy if you use that technique. If you're on the same level as him, good luck, man. It is not fun. But we're close. We have finished 3 of those elevator shafts, and there are only 4 really to go down before you're kind of in the last area of this palace. As long as you go the right way, it's really not a big deal. But if you go a different way, it is hell getting back. Okay, third, we're still down kind of in the 3rd level of this. We got another Mr. Chicken Booby here. Let's get him out of the way. 200 more points. I mean, we're closing in on our last life level. Can we get any XP here? Ah, blue guy, okay? Don't engage with him if you don't have to. I kind of have to because he hasn't jumped over me. Okay, once he jumps over me, I'm leaving. One shot to that big ghost. Quick to jump down. Let him just be up there shooting his swords. Nobody cares. Don't care. I got full magic. I'm low on life. Not the end of the world. You know why? Over here. Sweet sounds to my ears. Don't hold the down stab on the very last block or you'll plunge into the water or into the lava. But a beautifully timed fairy over to the right. I mean, I can't mention a more beautiful sound. Once you get down here, we're going left. One more chicken booby guy, okay? Oh, jeez. I can't stand these guys. I gotta hop in a little faster than that. Let's go. Come on, don't keep firing him out. It's so annoying. Can't get in there. You gotta get him off screen. Gotta enter fresh. And it's this blue guy that makes everything awful. There we go. Come here. Dance forward, stupid. Thank you. All right. Okay, once we finally make it through to the left, all of these blocks here, there is a false floor under one of them. Now, I'm going to cast life here, grab the magic, but the reason I'm casting is because we're going to get some red jars in just a moment. There is the false floor. As you break those bricks, you'll fall down into a room that looks like this. Careful out above you. Huge guy dropping down. Now, there's a lot of XP to be had, actually, because there are so many of these enemies. So not the end of the world to grab, 100 XP and possibly some magic if you need it. Okay. We're going to go across the vanishing bridge. Now I'm jumping so I don't let that stupid ghost out. And then you want to fall right through here. This is the pit you need to fall through. And if you work your way to the left, you've got a couple of great things in this area. Number one, can I get it? Where is it? Is it here? Ah, there's the first one. A red magic jar. And if you work all the way back to the left, I believe there's another. So if you're... Oh, no, it could be a bad guy. We're going to let him be a bad guy back there on his own. Could also be a red jar, but one of them is always a red jar, and that's the one that we need. Okay, folks, we have made it to the final boss of this area. We are going to go up onto the altar here. This is the second last boss of the entire game. When we step up onto this platform, he enters the screen. You cannot kill him until you cast Thunder, so that's the first thing we got to do. Now we need to cast Shield, and we need to cast Reflect. Reflect again because it is going to make our hitbox a lot smaller. The last thing we want to cast is Jump, because this guy, it's a lot easier to deal with him if you can jump really high. You got to jump and stab him in the face. That's the only place to hit him, and he's constantly shooting fire out each side. Let's see if we can navigate our way through. Come here. Nope, not quite. Got one. Now, as you get him down to like half life, he is going to start... oh, look, and we can block it with our Reflect now, too. We're nasty business right here with our jump magic. Yep, see how much fire he's shooting out? Like, he is pissed off. He does not like that we have disgraced his home. And, ooh, that's no good. Boom! But he is out. As long as you cast those 3, you can give yourself a really nice bank of spells to work off of. We level up our life so that we are maxed out at 8 across the board. Grab our key, not that we need it. And we are headed in to the final boss of Zelda 2. What do we take? 2 deaths in this game? That's not bad. Not bad. The game's not easy. Into the final chamber. The Triforce awaits. Old man disappears. Someone can tell me about why that happens in the comments. Your shadow is the final boss. Let's cast Shield, just because we can. We're not going to need it. The key to this boss, he is brutal. If you try to attack him with any of the attack techniques that we have used on other enemies, okay? You can't use the jump and slash. You can't use the jump, duck, and slash. You can't use the downward stab, the upward stab. You can't use any of that stuff reliably. Here's what you do. Walk left. Turn. Stand. Spam. It's sad that this is the way to kill him. But indeed, This is it. Stand here and stab high. It's done. Link is levitated to the middle of the room. Triforce number 3 in his hands. Wielded now from Link. Back to the palace where Zelda is sleeping. A well-earned ending from an awesome adventure. I don't know why Adventure of Link got such hate for so long from the Zelda community. I think completely unjustified. The game itself is a lot of fun to play. It's a different take on Zelda, but so are so many sequels. And this one, I think, was enough of a nod and a tip of the cap to the original, and it just played so much different, and it was tough. There were clues. There was so much going on. A kiss from Zelda at the end. A pretty damn fun game, in my opinion. Guys, that is it. We have done it. Finished Zelda 2, Zelda 1 and 2 in the last 2 weeks. We will be evaluating this game along with all of the games that I have completed on our NES game ranked series. That's available in our playlist now if you want to catch up to where we are. But I was glad to play through this one today. Thanks for sticking with me. Appreciate it. And we'll be back next week with more. But be sure, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Leave a like on this video if it helped you, if it explained anything maybe that you didn't know before. And if you could leave a comment for us, even if it just says thanks, it does a lot to help push this video to a wider audience and help grow the channel. Appreciate it, you guys. You can watch the end. I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm not pushing start. We're done.